Oh, hello, hello, nobody. How aren't you doing? I'm glad you're doing not well. Hmm. No, that doesn't work. Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's get cracking, shall we? Let's warm up to no one. It's a good way to do it. If I click this button here, it'll take us through to the broadcast screen. And then, oh, the camera's on. Hello. Look at that. Let me just get my buttons sorted. Yeah, I can go anywhere I need to. I can keep everything covered or uncovered as required. Now, two things need to be done this time. We're going back to the attempt at generation forts. We need a good site, and we need to make sure I have the population limits set correctly. Because if I set them the way I had them before, no one's going to turn up ever, and no babies will be born. He says, hiccuping. And if I do that, then, well, we're going to be sat there with 30 dwarves forever until, well, not forever, until they all die. And that's no good. That's not what I'm after. So, I realised I'd generated a load of worlds at the end of the last session, and I didn't know which one was the one that I'd found the site I wanted on, so I decided to just delete them all and start again. So I generated this just before we started. What's it called? The Pleated Continent. Nice. We've got complete edge ocean on the left and a partial edge ocean on the right. I asked for 150 volcanoes. It's 64 by 64. So as you can see, that's led to quite a high density. But as is often the case, we've ended up with quite a lot of them out in the ocean. Now, I'm not against picking one of these isolated volcanoes, because last time we managed to get away without having... Oh, no, we didn't, did we? We really, really relied on those traders. Okay, maybe I won't do that. We'll see what happened. But let's take a look at some of these forts anyway. I'll run the find first. We'll get clay and sand, so we know where that's going to be. Clay, yes. Sand, yes. No, what? Yes, there we go. Soil will be nice, but we'll just get the sites with sand and clay. I mean, really, it's sand that is the power in that dynamic. You get just sand, you're like, oh, that's annoying. You get just clay, and you're like, oh my god, the only thing I can make with this is fucking bricks. I suppose you can make pots as well. They are quite useful, but sorry?
Sainsbury's is here now.
Sainsbury's has just turned up. This is brilliant. Well, there's no one watching, so it doesn't really matter if I go and do Sainsbury's now. Although if anyone turns up, we'll see what happens. Oh well, I'll be back in just a moment. I'm going to leave the camera on so you can see what's going on. Bear with me. They ain't even out of the van yet. Okay, well, I'll wait a little bit longer, and hopefully there'll be someone in chat.
They rang the doorbell while I was out.
Hello, Clay Cree. There is somebody in chat. They've just not said anything yet. So thank you very much for the flinging the tier 1 subs around. Lovely. I shouldn't have said tier 1. I should have just said subs. Tier 1 makes it sound like I'm like, oh, tier 1. Nobody in their right mind should ever do tier 2 or 3 subs on any channel. It's madness. Well, I mean, I suppose if you're some sort of billionaire, but in that case, then don't shortchange us. Come on. Anyway, where were we? I was looking for a site, wasn't I? In a minute, the doorbell's going to ring, and I'm going to have to go and help bring the shopping in, but it won't be longer than a few minutes. Hello. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again. Right from the very beginning of the fort this time, we don't even have a site yet. Where else can we... Let's have a little look. Sorry, I was jawing away. What about this? Oh, wait, where's the... Oh, okay. Very sparse. Interesting. Normally, you get a load of green and a load of yellow. And the yellow has one of them, and the green has both of them. But in this instance, we have found nowhere with just sand or just clay. This may well be sandy clay, but we'll see what happens. Let's take a look at this one, which is a little bit close to, but not in an area. What does this say? Shallow clay, shallow sand, all in this area. So you could probably clip that box with the Glad Hill. The Fire of Meals. An aquifer embark? Yeah, probably. I'll look for somewhere. The thing is, where I'm going to absolutely non-negotiably pick somewhere with a volcano, that may well mean that the volcano will provide like a bypass for the aquifer. So what you'll end up with the volcano is sometimes it will... it's the shopping. I gotta go. I'll be back in a sec. Hang on.
There we go, camera's back on. And now that I've got the shopping in, we can carry on to probably nobody because everybody left. What is this? Carrying crates? Nonsense, I'm not watching this. I took your advice and started a new fortress for my stream, and I get plenty of people popping in, but I struggle with retention. Well, that comes with time. I mean, look at me. Like, I've been going for more than 10 years now, and, you know, about 10 people is that's not my limit. You know, every now and again, something happens, you get a load of people. I've had, like, what's the largest raid? Because raids come along, and they're, you know, usually, I would say, in my stream at least, like a raid is like an 80 to 90% drop off very quickly. Most people are like, I've watched the stream I want to watch. This is not what I wanted. I'm going. But a few people might stick around, but it's generally very few. Excuse me, I'm getting out of breath where I carried all that stuff. Oh, pardon me. Oh, where were we? But I say persistence is key. Persistence does two things. One, it increases the amount of time you are there for someone to find you who will like you. Because there's somebody out there. There's people out there, trust me. But the other thing, oh man, I forgot what the other thing was. Out of breath from the shopping. Yeah, keep going. I say, I keep going. Oh, sorry. The other thing is that the more you stream, the more, I don't know, the better you'll get at it. And better is a weird way of framing it, but you know what I mean. Like the more relaxed, talkative, and stuff you'll be. Because what's the date? It's the 22nd. Anyway, yeah. I mean, if you met me in person, I would probably be quite a lot less talkative than I am now on the camera, where there's actually nobody around other than Kelf, who is very graciously doing all the packing away of the shopping. It's nice. So where were we? Hello, Rando. Welcome back. We're picking a new site, as I'm sure you already knew. So I had a look at this one. This is the first volcano I've had a peek at. It's got sand and clay nearby, but around it, temperate shrubland, temperate grassland. It's very bland, isn't it? It's not the most exciting. This volcano up here has a little green square next to it. That's too far away. There's no way we're getting that. Let's look down the left-hand side. We've already looked there. Interesting. We do have, the Frost of Naughtiness. This I was kind of only looking at this as kind of like look, there's an icebound volcano, but with a name like that, I mean, maybe we give it a crack. Let's put a pin in this, because I've just noticed it's also haunted. So, actually, I'm obscuring important information. Let me go over there. In fact, you know, I could go big there. Mind you, that's not ideal. That's partially obscuring the text. I'll just go in the middle while we're looking at this. Yeah, so haunted, terrifying, sinister are the words used generally in the local region. Maybe not. We'll see, though. Maybe. It's an interesting novelty fortress. Do I have a preferred embark size? In theory, my preferred embark size is whatever gives me the longest amount of frames. But I, generally speaking, try to keep the area about the same as a 2x2 embark, or the generic one. Is it 4x4? Whichever the generic embark size is, I try to stay within that area, but I don't mind changing the dimensions for particularly tall or thin, like wide embarks, because that can allow you, if you do that, it'll probably, I suspect, not entirely sure, but probably won't affect your frame rate too bad. And you'll also might be able to clip important things that you want from the map, like go through a river, a mountain range, etc. 1x1, build more vertically. I don't know if I can handle a 1x1. That just feels too wee. It feels too wee. Sorry, that's a very deep cut reference to one sketch show. One sketch on a non-sketch show. No one's getting that. But I will award a big thumbs up to anyone who actually does get it. If anyone knows who is too wee. With his wardrobe. Excuse me. Okay, so more embark sites. Down here we've got a little cluster of volcanoes that do seem to be quite close. Ooh, Hello. What have we got here? The neutral barb. Nearest neighbours, elves and humans. Okay. There's clay here, volcano here, and a twisted little river. And probably up here, the origin of that river. So, mind you, a mountain river like that. And it's in a valley, so it might not be a glacial melt. It could be a spring. I don't know. These musings are worthless. I should shut up. Well, not shut up, but talk about something more pertinent. So part of me feels like we might want to do long and thin. Hang on. 4x4 is 16. 16 tiles. So we can have quite wide. 9x1, 10x1. We could do 10x1, and that is still fewer tiles than a 4x4 basic embark. That's interesting. That does give us the volcano and probably the river. It's a shame we can't zoom in a little bit more here. Longfort, yeah. Oh, long 40. I mean, we could do that. That's a possibility. There's also a volcano here, but again, not the most exciting surrounds. Okay, let's carry on going down. No, let's come out again. Is that the one we just... Yes, that is the one we just looked at. What's this one up here, then? Oh, they're very close together. They seem further apart on the map, but that's actually pretty close. I'm used to much bigger world maps, and I'm hoping that doing a smaller world map here is going to yield nicer frame rates. Yeah, the incinerated fields. Surely that would have been a more appropriate name for the last fortress. Yeah, nothing there is really catching my attention. What about here? At the River Delta. Oh, a little island. Interesting. Is that the volcano? That is the volcano. So it's on an island near the surface. The elves, it says, are a short trip northeast. Oh, no. What's that? That's weird, isn't it? You get close to the volcano, no neighbours. You go here, suddenly a short trip northeast or a day's travel southeast. You've got elves and humans. Intriguing. Oh, the Sea of Ownership. Okay, tropical ocean, hot. That sounds like it's got its own set of challenges. What about here? This... no, this one here, though, probably could get the clay and the sand. So we've got a possibility for isolated island embarks. Look at this little island. This is volcanic, and it's a stubby little dick and balls if you look at it 90 degrees on the right. That's something. With two volcanoes in the bell end. Ouch. Okay, there's no rivers on this, but you know, maybe we could try this island at some point. We'll have a little look at this. It's less enticing than the previous island one, though. Again, another island, and then we've got this little cluster of volcanoes there. Nothing too exciting about that. What's this on the bottom of the map? Tropical shrubland, scorching hot. Okay, I'm not sure that's what we need for our little dwarves. We've already looked at this. Now, these little clusters up here, probably all a bit too far away. Yeah, they're not getting sand and clay. That's exactly the same place you clicked there, scoundrel. Well done. Make yourself look like a dingo. A dingo? A dingbat. A fool. The Water of Virginity. What the fuck? It looks frozen on the map, but apparently not. It's a temperate freshwater lake in a warm biome, with humans, elves, and goblins nearby. Okay, but the volcanoes are all too far away from the sand and clay, so it's a completely untenable site. What have we got going on here? This volcano is far too far away from suitable materials. What else have we got? Is that one? No, that's not one. That's just the edge of a forest. Very much not a volcano. Now, we've got this little cluster here, which does have some green nearby, but nowhere near enough. Okay. What about this? No, there's another potential volcano on an island site, but it's not really calling to me right now. Over here? No. Maybe if I wasn't dead set on getting sand and clay. But I feel like we've already seen a few where it's possible to get the volcano, the sand, the clay, the river, so settling for anything less feels like absolute lunacy. It does seem quite difficult to get anywhere away from civilization. I'm wondering if we could find like a savage biome.
Goblins, a day's travel southwest. This could probably reach the clay and sand. What have we got around it? Temperate freshwater marsh. Light aquifer. Not a heavy... Oh, there's a heavy aquifer around here on the river. The solitary mire. Okay, well this definitely has the Volcano Plus aquifer that was talked about in chat there. Oh shit, wait, which one was that? Was it this one? It was! Amazing. That's amazing. So it's this one here, remember that one. Just northeast from there, we've got this little lad. Ooh, but what have we got here? We've got the Scorching Jungle. Shallow clay, light aquifer. Any heavy aquifers around here? Not really, but we could probably clip that. We're going to have trouble getting the river and that, but we'll keep that one in mind. This area around here does seem promising. What the hell is going on here? See, this one on the map, big map, looks like it's close enough to the clay and the sand, but here it looks a bit too far away. Freshwater marsh, though. Not a terrible place for a watery embark. Excuse my hiccups. What's this bad boy? I think that's too far away. Right, further up here, we got these clustered volcanoes on the mountain range here. Again, a little too close to civilize it, like way too close. So many different sites. What's this? Clam buds, flax shoves, bolt fragrance, quiet glisten, prim obscure, fortune guilds. There's a lot of hillocks around here. Pride wings. Romany ears? Oh, forded breeds. Yeah, there's a lot of different places around here, and I'm not sure that's what I'm after. Then again, look at this little volcano. It's very close to goblins, humans, and elves. But also, look at this. Clay Volcano River. Tempting? Borderline tantalizing. Just came. Look at this. Fucking jungle. Oh, we're in the middle of a jungle. Loads of wood to chop down. Loads of abundant food, I would guess. Sand and clay in the immediate vicinity of the volcano, which is just what we need. And we've got a river down here. I think, although this volcano is also in the middle of a little mountain range with a river origin in it, but that's a bit too... Let's take a look. Let's have a look at what we can get here. So on the embark, there we go. I've got my long thin one. We need to swap that around though. Let's go wide and short. No, wide and tall. There we go. So we kind of want to be able to clip the river. I'm guessing. So if we go down one there, out one there, that's 18. So that's now bigger than the initial embarking area. Nice. So we can still go... We can go quite a bit shorter, actually. Let's take 6. Is that going to reach? Easily. Okay. 3 by 3. Let me just see what we get here. So there's your volcano. Obviously, you can't get it. 4 by 4 is the size of that green square. 4 by... Question mark. 2 by 4? No. That's a wrestling gimmick. Okay. So... If we pull it back 1 to 3 wide, like that, and then make it taller to 5, are we still clipping the river? I think we are. I think we're getting it. 3 by 5 is 15. That's 1 tile less than the 16 you'd get from a 4 by 4 embark. I'm quite pleased with this. What do we reckon? Just nip in the river at the bottom? Mostly forest? Oh, do we have an aquifer? That is a downside. No aquifer. Part of me wants to just get it a bit bigger and have a larger... Maybe we just go for a bigger embark, go 4 by 5, which is, what, 20? That's 4 more tiles than the basic embark. What does that look like? That's got a lot more river on. But again, still no aquifer. We'll keep looking. This is my lead candidate.
which is this one. Yes. Okay. So my lead candidate is up here in the middle. This one was interesting, but this one's way more interesting than that. Are there any others in that vicinity? What about this one up here? Oh, so we already looked at this one. Okay. Well, I see. I very rarely do aquifers, so you did actually pique my interest. But this one is just too good. A jungle volcano with a little bit of river. Oh. It would be nice if we got a bit of mountain too, but no, I can't be too greedy. Half a day's travel for goblins and humans, and elves are a short trip north. Road growled. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to go here in the jungle. So let's click embark. Oh, wait, I need to do the F-hack first. So we need to go launcher. Let's just type embark quickly just to see what we get here. Prospect start, the start dwarf, that's important. So we want to start with 30 dwarves. 30. Good, that's what we want. And then after the fact, we'll set the immigration targets. Okay, so let's type embark again. Start dwarf points, prospector, embark skills, reveal hidden sites, deep embark, embark anyone. I don't know what that means. What's that? Oh, any civilization. Embark anywhere, light aquifers only, set time, skip duration, GUI settings manager, unretire anyone. Right, I think just the start dwarf is what I needed to do on this screen. So I think we're safe to come out of that. We're safe to click embark. We're safe to click on there. And I may be making a terrible error, making it a slightly larger embark, but I'm loving it. You have selected a large area. Choose a smaller area if you experience lag. Oh, come on. Everybody experiences lag eventually. Let's prepare for the journey carefully. And we've got 30 dwarves here, which in my experience is a fucking pain in the arse to set the skills for. So we might not do that. We're going to start immediately with the items. Now, I've, of course, set myself up with a huge amount of points. So that, congratulations me. I'm all good. We're getting rid of the quivers. And I think, what else are we bringing? Do we want these step ladders and crutches and whatnot? They are kind of handy to have in the first instance. You're right. An expert liar. Oh, mate, we can get a liar for sure. Expert, I'm not sure. I don't know if expert is within reach of the initial embark score allocation. A leader, expedition leader who is an expert liar. I mean, we'll give it a go. Ah, now you see, I get just frustrated with 7, the embark. Because like in a normal game, when you start with 7 and you've just got waves of dwarves coming constantly, it's not so bad. But trying to get a lot of stuff done with 7 dwarves, I found really difficult. And also, I ended up at 30 after incorrectly setting my migration things. So they weren't having migrants turn up or having babies. So we were playing for years on end with just 30 dwarves, and it was getting really quite difficult to deal with, which is, you know, where I ended up starting with 30, because that's quite a reasonable number to get stuff done with. You can do a lot with 30 dwarves quite quickly, especially in terms of digging. To wit, let's get ourselves starting with 10 copper picks. Oh, that's a lot of picks. Right, next, let's look through the categories. I'm probably going to come back and want to pick up some cloth, but don't forget how I love to bring blocks. I love colourful blocks. Of which, do we have access to chromite? Yes, we do. And what about olivine, serpentine, any other nice colours? Yeah, we've got a few half-decent ones. We've got, malachite blocks. Are they? They're 10 points. They're more expensive. But anyway, we'll make sure to dump a load of points into chromite. Enough that it makes my finger ache from clicking. Seeds. We just want to make sure we've got all the seeds that are available. Just do a few passes up and down that plus line. Anvils. Let's bring a steel one, seeing as we've got big points. Weapons. No, we're not bringing any weapons. Training weapons, no. Ammo, no. Trap components, no. Digging implements, we've already got a few. Bodywear, no, we don't want any wear. No shields. Instruments, drinks, we want to make sure that we've brought one of everything. I saw the list pop up there. Whatever we clicked on, we didn't have before. Dwarven ale, by the look of it. Okay. There we go. Start with 30 odd, and then maybe we'll come back and put more in. You never know. Various powders, including a number of dyes. Now that's good. We could start with the set of dyes for the colours that I want, couldn't we? But looking at it, I don't actually think there's a really nice bright green there or anything. Okay, whatever. We'll come back to that. Extracts. Whoa, that's weird. What? Is that normal? Is that normally an option? Dwarf milk? Dwarf... Well, we're going to have to make some cheese. I am intrigued, to say the least. Let's make 30 odd cheeses. You need gypsum plaster, which I think you need to find gypsum rocks and grind them up in a mill or a quern. That doesn't sound right. Maybe it's in an ashery, or we'll have a look around, I think. We'll have a little look around. Actually comes from a worm. I see. Dwarven milk comes from... Ah, is that from purring maggots? Oh, wait, yeah, I know what this is. It's not actual dwarven milk. Okay. Novelty dismissed. Cave slugs. Oh, Vissendir. I'm not aware... I don't think they're slugs, aren't they? Like, is it a purring maggot, or do they call it purring maggot milk? I hope it's not a slug. Ugh, slugs are horrible. Oh, have I got any coffee? Absolutely not. Don't be ridiculous. Okay, going back down the list. Meat, fish, plants, garden vegetables, stone, cages, bags. Now, we don't want to bring bags. We'll be making bags as we go. Cave spider silk bags. We might want to bring some thread. Ropes, barrels, flasks and water skins, quivers, backpacks, sand. Hopefully we won't need to bring any sand. Lye, charcoal, potash, pearl ash and coke. Nice. Oops. We don't need any eggs. Tools. Okay, we're definitely going to want to bring either cloth or thread in some quantities, but for now, I think there's nothing here that's really exciting me. So we're going to go to the animals, sort out our animal system. Have we got sheep? We've got rams and lambs. I'm almost certain we'll have ewes. Yes, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to say 6 ewes, 2 rams, no lambs. They can have enough babies as we go. 6 sows, 2 boars, and no piglets. There we go. So we have a fairly secure meat and leather supply from the pigs. We can keep them indoors. They don't need any grazing. What else do we want? I mean, ideally, I don't want any yaks or horses or anything like that, because they end up filling your stockpiles with hair, and we don't want hair. We don't want. Oh, hang on. you got auto modded. Hang on, I will allow. Dwarf milk does not equal milk from dwarves. Yes, very true. But I'm not entirely sure how that triggered the bot to say, check this one before you allow it. I think they might be talking about boobies. Which, you know, how dare people? Can you get elephants? You absolutely can get elephants. I don't think they're going to be in this list because we haven't... yeah, we haven't spotted any. I think they're usually higher up the list. But yeah, no elephants this time round. But they can appear in the list. That is a possibility. Do I want to bring any egg layers? It doesn't usually take much for egg layers to start turning up. And we're not like miles away from civilization here. We are going to get traffic, going to get traders. So I don't think we need to worry about egg layers. People will bring them as pets. And they are useful as pets because, you know, they still lay eggs. I suppose sheep and stuff still can be sheared. But whatever. So we've got our sheep, our pigs. Let's get a couple of war dogs. 3 of each. There we go. And maybe a couple of cats.
couple of cats, breeding pair. And that should keep the vermin levels down, I would hope. Right, there we go. That's good. So now we've got sheep, dogs, cats, pigs. That's sorted for animals. Let's come back here and pick up... What are we looking for? Do we want to bring leather? I'm not super wedded to that idea. Is it better to bring thread than cloth? So a piece of pigtail cloth is 14 points, whereas pigtail thread... Is that a thing? Thread, here we go. Is 12 points. And presumably it's a 1-for-1, like a spool of pigtail thread will make us one piece of pigtail cloth, right? So that's 12. It only increases it by 2 points. It's only a slight increase, but it is more efficient to dye the thread. So if it's cheaper, we'll get the thread instead of the cloth, and it can be made into cloth. Where am I looking for the thread? Further down the list. There we go. Thread, ropes, cloth. What? Yarn? No. Plant. Here we go. Let's bring a load of pigtail thread. I do want pigtail seeds as well. I feel like pigtails are going to be important because last time our textiles industry just couldn't keep up. We always had people with their clothes rotting off their backs. And that's not really what I'm looking for. So I'll up the number of pigtails just in the hope that we don't end up beansing it again. Okay. So, going to the blocks, stone blocks. Here we go. We're going to get some chromite. I can't believe chromite's such a cheap stone. That purple colour's just too good. Maybe I should be using it as an accent colour, but I do like making it my prime corridor colour. It pops nicely next to green glass as well. Oh my god, I'm already getting a slight ache, and I'm a sub 100 blocks. Last time I brought 600 plus white blocks, so maybe I should use 2 fingers. Oh, just use my other hand. Here we go. Look, very clever. Note: do need to say to somebody. I need to send an email to the developers. I need to say, look, come on, please allow me to type a number in or hold the button down at least. I have DF hack with some of the mods via that, but I don't actually have any sort of like separate mods, if you see what I mean. That's no mods from outside DF hack. The pool spawn fix. I haven't looked into that because I didn't even know I didn't even realize there was a problem with it. So I had when you told me about it the other day, it was literally the first time I ever heard about it. But I could do that. I could do that. And again, I've never played like a beyond DF hack, a modded game of Dwarf Fortress. 450. Okay, I think we'll stop at 500. He says, "Get it bang on." Hey, 500 chromite blocks, lovely. What else do we need? We could bring a set of armor and have someone training straight away, couldn't we? Could start the military immediately, but I'm not going to do that. Anybody who's seen the stream before has gone, oh, really? Intriguing. And then immediately we're like, no, that's not going to happen. There's no way. So what else have we got here that might be useful? Well, more plump helmets is usually a good idea. Garden vegetables is a good idea too. Actually, you've got a good point there. Yes, I should look for plants. There we go. Oh, they're a full separate category. I see. Okay, well, we're going to go through here and go for absolutely every variant. Oh, well, that was quick. Is there anything we want particularly? Which one is spinach that makes the nice green dye, isn't it? Fuck, there's no spinach. Oh well. Never mind, but we have brought all the garden vegetables. That's nice. Oh, you can collapse these. Amazing. Oh, we haven't done the group name, fortress name, or group symbol yet. I almost missed that. Oh my god, imagine doing a Cryptbeards that wasn't called Cryptbeards. Oh, I'm disgusted. I didn't bring shitloads of blocks last time, did I? I bought shitloads of chromite stone and turned it into blocks. Oh, and it's 2 points cheaper as well. Get way more chromite. Very much more bang for your buck. Keep going. Get some more in there. That's the ticket. Get a load of chromite. It's going to be so purple. Urist, the Urist of Urist. The Uristist, Urist. Oh my goodness. It's almost impossible to say. The Urist of Urists. Urist, my wrist, everybody's wrist. Okay, let's go do some dwarves. Let's have a little look at some of them. I'm not going to look at every single one, because if I remember rightly, actually just using my mouse wheel on this menu just absolutely bottoms out the frame rate. So let's take a look at this peasant. No job. What's your personality? Very good feel for social relationships, but bad intuition. Likes phyllite, billen, tanzanite, hornbill, tooth, the colour emerald, earrings, goblets, alpacas for their resemblance to a miniature llama. The words of the wisdom of couples and the sight of the satiny petal. When possible, she prefers to consume rambutan wine. She absolutely detests rats. Nothing super stands out there that makes me worried. They're wearing gloves. We're going to a tropical jungle. This doesn't sound like a good, a good idea. That's true. We can give her the liar skill and make them. Well, we'll see. They might end up getting voted out, but we'll go with it. It's in other. Proficient liar. We can't go up to expert, but we can get to proficient liar. And I'm thinking as well, we want conversationalist. There we go. We spent all their points. Liar and conversationalist. So there we go. Maybe they will become the leader. I suspect they stand a good chance. However, usually I do go through the rest of my dwarves and give everybody like a few social skills. So we pick like a few base skills, although I don't think I'm going to do that in this. With 30 dwarves, it's too much. It takes fucking forever, and then something happens where one of them dies, and you're like, oh, my whole plan, it's gone to shit. It does sound that he does have all the ingredients for gaslighting, yes, very much. Let's go for the fortress name, because we know what it's called. It's called Cryptbeards. There we go. Done. And now for the group name. The Fed Tongs. The Pick of Stockades. The Syrup of Brothers. The Doctrine Mines of Humour. The Artificial Halls. The Ore of Dykes. The Ambitious Gold. Oh, sorry, the Ambiguous Gold. The Rocks of Emancipating. The Severe Manor. The Curious Arches. The Ropes of Appearance. The Boat of Morality. The Syrup of Soaring. The Bolt of Omen. The Hammer of Breath, the Chamber of Soldiers, the Board of Feeding, the Cavernous Creation. Ooh, I like Cordobar. I quite like it. The Cavernous Creation? The Milk of Dwarves. Name the liar, Artisan the Liar. I'm sure we will. We'll get around to that. Let me just update my... there we go. You're recorded in a list. Is that my dog? Let me just shut that. There we go. Okay, so we're going with the Cavernous Creation. That's the one I like for now. And our group symbol is going to be a creature, and it's going to be a mix of creatures and objects, and maybe a shape. Okay, so we'll do a random selection. I'm just going to close my eyes going up and down, right, on this. And the next time I hear a notification that someone has said something in chat, I'm going to stop sliding up and down, and we're going to click on the screen. So I'm just waiting. This could take forever, though. What are you doing, scoundrel? Why have you done this to yourself? Just sitting yourself streaming. There we go. There's a noise. And now we let go. And we go on to the list. I'm on the list. I'm not looking. Okay, around, and click. What do we got? A giant vulture. Oh, okay. Interesting. So now I have to decide what's coming next. I like the idea of a vulture with an object, like carrying it. So let's see what we get when we do an object. I'm going in here. I'm going to do the same deal again. We're already sliding up and down. Don't. That's not implying anything. Let's just wait until we hear something in chat.
And then as soon as something... Oh, there we go. Let go. And while we're on here, I'm going to click on this. What is it? A giant vulture and an inandrum. Oh, inandrum, onandrum, underandrum. Do we want anything else? I think I'm going to do a shape as well. This time I'm going to be a little bit more diddly-diddly. Click, what have we got? A hidden moon. What is a hidden moon? Oh, do they mean like a crescent moon or like a new moon? We'll assume that's what it is. So we need a relationship now. I think the drum... Okay, what are we doing here? I think the bird should be carrying the drum. Laughing, make a plaintive gesture, massacring, praying to, prostrating itself before, shooting, smeared out in a spiral, striking a menacing pose, striking down, torturing, surrounded by... This is very difficult. A lot of these are very personal interactions rather than, you know, object interactions. Burning, contemplating, cooking, devouring. Let's have the vulture devouring the drum. That sounds good. Yes. The giant vulture is devouring the inandrum. It's good. I usually have a good relationship with my drums. Well, you want to. Otherwise, you don't want a drum rebellion. That would be no good. You don't want them, like, dodging out of the way of your drumsticks. You could never play your drums properly. The giant vulture is devouring the inandrum, and then the... Let's say... something about the shape. Cooking, cringing, dead. Burning. I'm going to say the moon is burning, so there's a flaming moon. Yes. The hidden moon is burning. There we go. That's nice. I'll give it a name. The silvery wildness, the frill of gloves, the portals of tenderness, the bust diversion of fountains. That one, it's got some implications. Interesting. Let's try again. The old lantern, the greyed savagery, the geared savageries, the riddles of wheeling, the rag of speechlessness, the polished banner, the humorous paints, the whip of duty, the trumpet of harvesting, the armoured mourning, the crystalline crosses, the sunken ropes, the rhythmic iron, the gilded sacks, the walled smoothness, the geared handle, the ambiguous syrup, the severe city, the patent sabre, the laborious cavern, the ink of yelling, the subtle salves, the round chambers, the splattered gold, the walled morality, the misty basement. We're going to go with Sudushat, the misty basement. That'll be good. Done. Done. Okay, so we've got a symbol, group name, fortress name, sorted. Let's pick a few dwarves here. We're going to pick randomly Tulon Urist Thukaken. Let's have a little look. Actually, we're not, because I clicked on him and we shot down the list. Instead, we're looking at Stodir Muth Irdusim. What are you doing? No job. High kinesthetic sense, good with language, anger prone, good spatial sense, good intuition. One must always be loyal to their cause and the ones they serve. You know what? I'm not sure I can be bothered to sit there and give them all skills. They're going to pick up skills on their way through the game. I don't need to panic about it. Let's slam a few extras on the wagon. Do I want copper battle axes? Just in case, you never know. We will take some steel bars because I'm a cheeky cheater and I love to cheat. And if you want to try and stop me, then you're gonna be defeated. Do 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 do. Oh, that used all the points up real quick. Nice. Okay, 17 steel bars. Lovely. And then we'll go with putting the rest into pigtail seeds. Okay, something a little bit more valuable. We're going to do it in more chromite blocks. There we go. Boom. And we've got 3 points left, so that's 3 pigtail seeds. Lovely. Let us embark. I am ready. 290 unpicked skills. Yeah, I know. I'm a lazy cheater. A dwarven outpost. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Zugla. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance, whether by bolt, plough, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings ere the grizzly bears get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place, Momazdurad, Cryptbeards. Strike the earth. There we go. We're striking. It's good. There we go. Yeah, 7. All these 30 dwarves with their prodigious eyebrows. Look at this. There's some hairy people here. Okay, let's pause the game. Keep it paused. Why am I suddenly seeing this dwarf? Can we... There we go. Let's have a little look around and see what we've got. Here's our lovely volcano. It's inset from the ground. We actually have a ground floor level we can approach it. And look how close the sand is. That is nice. Instaglass. That's what we've got. Have we brought enough chromite to completely floor over it, though? And do we want to immediately start volcano topping? We'll see, because this is a nice place to get access to magma. We don't even have to fucking, like, tap it. We can just build on top of it. That is a little unsafe, though, I have to say. We'll probably end up with magma crabs. And nobody wants magma crabs, he said. Hiccuping. Excuse me. Okay, so if we go further down... Oh, okay. What is this? Is that an actual river? Or is this just the source? Interesting. Alligators? Oh boy. Well, we may not get venomous snakes this time, but how does a drop pit full of alligators sound? Ooh, it's making me tingle in my pants. Not so much, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, where am I putting my initial input? We got we got this nice... Oh, it's not clear. I thought this plateau was clear, but it's actually got trees all over it. Where have we got any clear ground? Not really, no. It's all tree bound, tree covered, something like that. We got the sand is everywhere though. Holy cow! Is there any surface clay? That would be really nice if we could find some surface clay. Ideally not right next to the alligators, because I feel like the early doors, they're definitely going to cause a problem. If I absent-mindedly allow my dwarves to just start fishing, they're going to go down there and start losing limbs with great rapidity. Oh, clay loam right here. Okay. So we do have surface exposed clay, and we have... Okay. Right, where are we in We're coming here. This is where we started. So if I go straight north, there's this little sandy prominence. But we're not going to dig straight in there. How much space have we got here? Can I... Oh, there's the edge there. So it's not particularly useful to come in there. In fact, this whole top area does seem a bit meh in terms of digging and building. It looks like it's going to be mostly sand. Let's try down here. A fairly nice flat area. It's pretty good. What's that? Amaranth? Quinoa. Soybeans. Red spinach. Garden cress. Turnip plants, spinach. Okay, we got stuff out here. We got things going on. Clay can be used to make a lot of materials. It's not as versatile as sand, which you can use to make glass, which is almost everything. But you can make food pots with it. With fire clay, they're immediately usable for water, for booze. But you will need to glaze them with something if you want to actually put normal, if they're not fire clay. You can also make bricks with them, and that's my main one. I want fire clay, not for the pots, because I'll make that out of glass, but for the bricks. They look great. They're a fantastic building material. They're a lovely colour, and they go particularly well with chromite as well, and obsidian, and a number of the other blocks. So yeah, definitely big thumbs up for fire clay bricks. This area has actually not got any trees on it. It is a naturally denuded area. Maybe, in that case, what we'll do is build a little entry thing, right? A little entry tower. In fact, this whole edge around here is very... Yes. Yes, here. Okay. So, first things first. The plan is entry tower, dig down with a ramp. I say tower, it's just going to be a box. I could even actually build a box for some sheep, and then we immediately don't have to worry about them getting attacked. Right, whatever. First, we build our entry corridor. That's going to go... Is there a 3 wide indentation here? By the clay? No. Screw it. Let's just do it here. Dig all that out. There we go. Now we're going to do a long entry corridor. Like up to there. Okay. And I'm not going to do what I did last time and have the trade depot like miles inside. We don't want that. What we want is I'm going to do... Actually, there's an interesting thought. What I could do is like a little thing for the depot over here and then have like in a bypass, maybe? Let's not get too complicated too early. Let's put the trader just a little bit in here. So 5 by 5 we need. You know what? I'll do a 7 by 7 and give it a wall. Maybe. Whatever, we'll see. That's where the trade depot is going to be. And I'm also going to want to have... we could put a... I'm going to have the trade depot on the outside. 300 Z-level aquifers. Oh my god. My goodness me. If it was that deep, it would be a real hard one to tap. So... Here's the trade depot. We're also going to want a nice big room for our storage, which we'll do over here, except... Oh, yeah, I realise something now immediately. Okay, we're going to cancel most of this build. In fact, I'm going to cancel, like, all of that. I'm going to come down here, and then we're going to say, dig me a ramp down. And from there, we'll go on a floor. And at this depth, I don't have to worry about the roots of trees penetrating. And we can just build a roadway over the top of that. And it will stop anything from happening. It'll be great. It'll be lovely. It will make everybody sing and dance with joy. That's an exaggeration. It won't do that. Okay, so we go down a floor. And then we can have our... Oh, hang on. We're also going to want a trap bypass, but we'll have that here. There's that. That's where it's going to start. We're just going to leave that hanging, though. And then this needs to go on further. And we need a trade depot, which we were going to do 7 by 7 there. A nice 3 by 2 dig out there. That's lovely. And then this corridor, I think, actually wants to go all the way up to here. Yeah. Yeah. That seems okay. It's a long entryway, but we do want to be close to the volcano. We want to be proximate to the heat. With that in mind... Okay, we want to avoid that little thing. We're only going down. Down, down, down. No digging up in this fortress. There's no up to be dug. So... On this main entry corridor, do I want much beyond a series of traps? Or what? What's my plan? I think just make a fancy corridor, really. I mean, we may actually need to dig it out wider if it's going to have constructed walls. But we'll see. Let's just dig it out. I'm going to unpause for a sec, let them get on with the digging, and see what happens there. I need to go to... here and say add more miners, because apparently only the selected will mine. So, and apparently one of them is the expedition leader, Serol Adagkakol. Is that the one that we were saying would be the leader? I don't know. Sarvesh picked something else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. We've got 10 miners now. That should they should rinse through this pretty damn quickly. I do want to find some soil to build farms on quickly as well. I did not name the liar yet. We have to find them first. But I would guess this is probably them, right? Skills.
dabbling miner, proficient liar. Yes, this one. Novice speaker. Oh, proficient conversationist. Yeah, it's this one. So we just go straight in and say artisan the liar. Artisan? Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me just check I did read that right. It is artisan. I was correct. Artisan. Liar. There we go. Artisan the liar, our expedition leader. Cool. Now, I'm going to pause again, and I need to note that this whole thing needs digging out and expanding because this is not good enough. Can't have sand walls on the entryway to a dwarven stronghold. That's just some pure bullshit. Oh, I should have picked manually. Don't place that. Stop. Cancel. Don't do it. Don't do it. Thank you. Right. Now we want walls. So construct wall. Choose manually. And then what I'll do is a hollow one. Dig it out to there. Chromite blocks. Very nice. And then we'll just cancel these ones because they are not necessary. And we'll put in a floor made out also of chromite blocks because we brought a fucking shitload of them. And I'm also going to make this ramp out of chromite as well because I can. Construction, ramp, ba-dump, click. And I did that wrong. Farts. Let's deconstruct that and then also remove this order because otherwise they'll remove the natural ramp and trap everybody like silly dickheads. Construct a ramp and we want to make it with manual choice. Go down. There we go. Chromite. Lovely. And we unpause again and these guys can continue their digging. Only 3 of them apparently have access to the face at any one time. Hopefully this will level them up nicely. I'm glad that we've got into stone here, but I am also a little concerned that we're not going to find... Well, actually, what I should do is a couple of exploratory tunnels here. So let's put these slightly higher than the initial. Just want to see how deep this... How deep is your mud? How deep is your mud? I really need to grow all my plants and shit. There we go. Not the greatest. Not the greatest way of singing it, but it's better than nothing, right? Probably not, to be fair. Okay, so this is getting dug out super slow. Ooh, this is nice. I like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to expand this and see how big it gets. There we go. Can we please... enlarge, expand, grow, and we're also going to dig that out because ultimately it's going to need a wall across it, right? So it doesn't end up... Okay, we've got sand over here. That's not ideal, but we can make a seed stockpile there. It does seem like we've managed to get a fairly substantial amount of soil here for farming. Obviously it's exposed and it's gonna need flooring over, but that's not the end of the world. So pause quickly. Don't show the burrows again because I want to do trees. And what I'm going to do, starting here, he says, add new burrow. That's how you do it. Go up, start there, end there. And I actually need to make it just a little bit bigger. Like that. Accept. Auto chop. Auto cop? Auto chop. There we go. Lovely. And then I can immediately go to the auto chop in DF hack. Auto chop. Brilliant. And I would say clear that bad boy. Allow auto chop. Apply. Wait. That's not what I wanted. They're not doing it. I did it wrong. Oh no. Auto chop. There we go. Oh, no, wait. Oh, chop clear. Okay. Cut down all trees in this burrow. Okay, good. And protect no trees. Apply. Okay, good. Now chop those down and we'll get a nice road built over the top. That's my plan. Construct. Paved road. Ideally, I don't really want to build this with chromite, but oh well. Make it slightly wider. Slightly wider. Right there. They're going to use chromite. There's not much I can do about it, but it's a fairly low yield use of chromite. It's not too bad. I also want to build in... Oh, I can get this bigger, actually. Let's keep going. No, actually, there's going to be a nightmare to floor over again. We'll just use what we've got. No, not stockpiles. Workshops, farming, farm plot. Here we go. So let's start like that. And just put a load of different plots in. Can I do it that way? Yeah. Okay, there we go. Lots of farm plots. And then actually let's dig it out just one more around the edge. There we go. And we can just put actual walls in. It just makes sense. And then seal it off and we'll attach to the lower side. Attach to the bottom. There we go. They're still taking an epically long time to dig this up, but that's mainly because I've decided to make all the surface digging tier 3, which is more important apparently. So walls, H. There's a nice hollow wall around that. Make it out of chromite blocks. For now, I'm going to cancel that construction. I need a pee. I am absolutely busting. I will be back in just a moment. I'm back again. There we go. Stick the old headphones in. Get rid of the break QR codes. And let's pause the game and check that nothing terrible has happened. I should also probably put my glasses on. Set the camera back on. There we go. Okay. So paused. They've got that nice and built. This is being put in. Shit. I didn't realize that was happening. We need to put a road over that as well. I'm going to quickly demand this get chopped. Those have already been put in. Okay, and then we can put a road up here. Constructed. Paved road. Like that. Done. Okay, good. We will allow them to come back to that in a bit. Let's go down and see how the tunnel's going. Nicely, but we're not getting a lot of... here's my first major cheat. Oh, yeah, feels good.
Let's build a trade depot right there. Or, could put a floor down first, couldn't I? I'm going to make it wider. We're going to put a wall in there. I'm going to put floor in here. There we go. Pardon me. Excuse my belching. More chromite blocks. More chromite blocks. Lovely. A lovely purple corridor is what we'll end up with. Is everyone fanning around up here? They are, aren't they? Guys, we have a situation. They are growing stuff. Leaving fallow. Leave fallow. Uh-oh. Okay. So far, they're leaving it fallow. Oh, then they've planted sweet pods, rocks. Yeah, okay. They've planted a load of different stuff in different fields. It's all fine. It's all good. Okay. So, digging in here. They're going to build this, hopefully. We're going to get... there we go. All this sorted out. There we go. What do we need next? What do we need next? Oh, I know what we need to do next. I need to go to the settings and change it so that we've got the migration settings correct. I nearly didn't do that. Okay, so prepare. Where is it? Migration. Wait, is it even in here? Ah, yes. Baby plus child cap, percentage of total, 1,000. Visitor cap, 3. Coal dead units. Okay, I think I might need to go up. Okay. So, population cap, 0 to 5,000. Currently set to 220. Strict population cap includes births, 200. Okay, that's weird. Yep, only 3 at the moment. I don't want too many turning up. Not until I've started building taverns and stuff. They're a major issue, a pain in the arse. What about baby and child cap? 1,000. What? Okay, strict population cap, 220. Population cap, 30. Baby and child cap, 1,000, just to get away. Baby and child cap percentage of total. All right, well, I think this is right. If someone can counteract me. Actually, what I could do is just say 220 on all of these, couldn't I? Is that... So... I think that's right. Right, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. If anyone's got a better way of doing it, do let me know. But I think we've got that right. If we go for too long without any children and babies, I get the idea of we've got it set up wrong. Okay. No job. That is not true. Woodcutters, haulers, orderlies. There's loads of building jobs, yet people aren't doing them. Interesting. We need to get more booze on the go, which is obviously currently not available. What I'm going to do is I'm going to now dig stairs down to there. And we're going to have... So that is going to be the entryway into our farming area, where we'll have our stills and a kitchen. And of course, that's going to have to attach to here somewhere. So I'm guessing... We'll leave it for now. They can dig it out. It's all fine. But down here, we're going to want like a couple of stills, a couple of kitchens, a farm, or a farm workshop, that is. Look at all these gemstones. Oh my, so many. We did bring 10 picks, didn't we? There's no reason why... Oh, this is tier 4 digging. Yeah, they won't do tier 4. Maybe socializing is a higher order thing for them. There's more soil here. This is deeper as well. Okay, maybe we will have more planting here. I might take a more, I might take a less hands-off approach to my farming this time round, just because I think last time we ended up having problems, and I think this time if I give it a bit more sensible attention. Okay, let that dig out a bit. We're going to put in workshops. What have we got here? Farming. Still, we need 2 of those. 1, 2. I would like to put 3 in, but for now we'll just put 2. Workshops. Farming. We want kitchens. Let's put them there. That feels good. And probably a farmer's workshop, although that'll be different. Okay. And, sorry, I forgot to put in the farm plots. There we go. And I can do that like that. Yeah, I can. There we go. And, of course, what farm area would be complete without a seed stockpile? Custom food seeds. Go. That's what goes in there. Cool. All right, I definitely need to make a higher urgency dig over here, and one of the things we need to do is dig out what will ultimately be our trade stockpile. Like that, maybe. Or like that. Yes, and then do that. And that should get dug out. Oh, we don't want to do it quicker than that, do we? Let's do a tier 2 on that one. There we go. Because this is tier 1? It is tier 1. Good. Very good. Some more stuff here. That's nice. Put that there. All right. I need to make some of these higher priority, because if we don't get them done, we can't put the trade depot down. And that's not going to work for me. It has to be done. Uh-oh. Okay, we'll come back to that and see where it goes. Is it just one miner? What are the other miners up to? Because it feels pretty crazy that they're not actually digging stuff out. Okay, chromite blocks. Chromite blocks. Chromite blocks. Chromite blocks. There we go. Everything's all chromite. They're really not interested in... interesting. Okay, we might need a proper dining hall, but they're not digging anything out, and we're supposed to have 10 miners here. I definitely brought 10 picks. That got built. That's nice. You could change the green button work order to red, so all they do is mine. Yeah! I could do that. I just don't want to do that immediately. Mind you, they are fannying around. No job. What? Oh, that's the expedition leader. They're just holding a pick. Construct building. Okay, so they're moving everything from here down to there. That's what it is. It's hauling the blah blah doodah thingy-majigs blocks, the chromite blocks. That's what it is. Okay. Right, we've got crops growing clearly, and down here. That's good. But the stills not yet doing anything, and okay, we've got a lot of seeds there. Nice. So the floor below here, I suspect, is where we want our food to be served, right? Okay, we're going to set them to be just mining. Fair enough. There we go. And that should yield suddenly a shitload of miners going potty for mining. No. Maybe some gathering jobs. Maybe they'll do that. So here we go. Gathering urgency 2. Why not? Fuck it. Go nuts. Up here. Gather all this guff. Oh, they'll run off to do that. Absolutely not a problem. Not a care in the world about that. But mining? That's not dwarven. What kind of dwarf does mining? They say, which feels weird. Oh, suspend manager wasn't done properly. Okay, that was probably causing some confusion. Question mark? The dwarves suspended the construction of the floor on the wall. That's because they were... Yeah, okay, whatever. Why is none of this getting dug? Okay, I'm going to change up a bit. Let's clear this. Oh, this road is actually taking a lot of construction time, but there's only one person working on it. That's the thing. Why are they so keen on not doing what I'm asking them to do? Very odd. We're going to go down another floor here. No, do I want to make too much of that? Not yet. I want to figure out why my miners aren't mining. Let's take a look at our stocks. Did I definitely bring picks? Yeah, I definitely did. Yet some choose not to mine. Why is this? Because that's their only, like, hangout spot. Maybe we need to get a little bit... Well, we can't get anything else done because no one's mining. Okay, what if we do tier 1 mining here? You going to pick that up? Or is that also a big fuck you to me? Fuck you to me. Interesting. One starving, dehydrated, or drowsy unit. You can go and get a drink, you know. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to put a stockpile here, and we're going to say food goes in there, except for seeds. And then hopefully everyone will bring the food and drink down. And this guy can go and have a nice little slurpy slurp. Is anyone coming with the food? Is there something wrong with these dwarves where they don't want to go underground? Have I got my first purely claustrophobic dwarf embark? Because this is bonkers. Why are you not coming down here? Have I accidentally set it as a forbidden zone? Huh. No job. No job. No job. Okay, well, in that case, let's try changing things up a bit. We're going to build some workshops on the surface here. I'm going to make a carpenter's workshop. Why do birds suddenly appear? And then we're going to build a stoneworker's workshop next to it. There we go. Let's see if those get done. Actually, let's also build a mechanic. There we go. That should do the deed. And with that, let's make a little wood stockpile here. Even though it's next to the stone workshop rather than the wooden one, but whatever. Whatever! And then we come down here and this guy fucking... Why? Are we out of booze? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happened already? No. By no means are we out of drink. Yet this guy has worked himself to death immediately. And no one else will come down here. What the fuck? Okay, that's really fucking annoying. Yeah, but that shouldn't stop them from coming down here to do the digging. All of these people... They just hang around up here for no reason.
I'm just going to disassemble the wagon then. Fuck it. There we go. And we'll also set up a grazing zone. Add new burrow. Oh, wait, no, it's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. That's, it's one of these. There we go. Pen pasture. Come down here. Do all that. Accept. Assign to me just the grazers. There we go. And the yaks. Why not? But I do want to butcher the yaks pretty quickly. Let's put in a butcher's workshop. Why is this guy dead? I don't understand. Nobody else will come down here at all. Look. Oh, what the fuck? Did they delete the damn ramps? Is the ramp the wrong way round? Is that what it is? Fuck's sake. I'm tempted to restart. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Return to game. Calm down. So we buggered the ramp up. That's the first thing to note. Yeah, we know he's been missing. Not to me, though. I knew where he was. That's so frustrating. I hate it when that happens, but okay. We'll have to let it lie for now. And what we'll do is we will construct another ramp here, going up to here. Chromite blocks, go, go, go. It needs to be the other way around, doesn't it? Yeah, I know he's been found dead, dehydrated. I found him. There we go. Chromite blocks. Chromite blocks. Chromite blocks. And then we can put chromite floor in here. Not a fucking wall. A floor. There. And there. And then chromite stairs either side. Wait, no, cancel construction, because what we need is the actual material I want it made out of. There we go. Continue. There we go. Okay. Okay. I should have known as soon as it started happening. I should have been like, oh, yeah. I see. Oh, don't take that guy. We don't want to auto-dump that guy's body. That's not how it works. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Right, they can get on with that. Is that going the right way? Can they come up and down that now? That does look like it's going up this way, right? They're not using it, though. I feel like once they're using it, that's when we know we got it right. What the hell is this all about? Why are these all getting cancelled? Stop it. What? Alright, fuck off. Let me try again. Constructed wall. All the way around. Hollow. Bonk. Chromite blocks. There we go. What about if we cancel all these ones, which would block everything? Yes, very good. Now we construct a floor out of the same blocks. I'm going to go nuts and do that. Oh, did I see them walking over the bridge? They're not using the ramp. Maybe what I need to do is take those out. Build a wall here to build the ramp up to, maybe?
Okay. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the ramp. How does a ramp work? Let me pause. Let me click construct. Let me click ramp. You can build a ramp next to a wall to provide access to the floor above. The space above the ramp must also be empty. Requires boulder, block, or wood. So yeah, that is the only way up the ramp could go, right? Up to here. Let's try again. Ramp from the bottom up to the top. Chromite blocks. Lovely. Now, they didn't break, I don't think. So according to the interpretation of that text, I feel like as long as they're abutting a wall, they go up that, against that wall, right? Oh, do I not need the upper ramp? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Holy shit. And now they use the ramp. Nice. Shit, pause. Right, okay, so all this is dug out. Very nice. We are going to need a memorial slab made immediately. Add new task. Make a rock slab. Urgently. Add new task. Engrave memorial slab to old workaholic Urist, whatever his name was. Didn't even read his name. Dear, oh dear. Okay, looking good. I realise now I'm wasting so much time with all this stupid construction. Should be getting on with the basics. And I'm like, no, no, no. Hundreds and hundreds of blocks must be laid before anything sensible happens. Let's construct some floor there. Chromite blocks there. Chromite blocks, lovely. Okay, the wall, we just need to build something behind the ramp, otherwise they can't be used. It's fine though, it's fine, it's absolutely fine. Everybody stop panicking, I demand it. Cease your panic prattling. Okay, gathered up loads of stone there. I want to bring these up as well. Pop them on that pile as we go. Did we build it? We did. We built the memorial, and I think we should be placing that somewhere. Where do we place the memorial? Probably here, right? Where we found his corpse. I'm gonna dig a little... Let's dig a little graveyard. But where? I'm going to put it directly opposite there. One more, that's it. Where do I put this? Yeah, here. There we go. Dig that out. And then we'll need to connect it. Lovely. And then I'll be able to make that our Hall of Remembering. As you do. Do I put a wall in? I might put a constructed wall in. I'm not sure yet. It would be nice if we could get our trade depot built, but got one more floor. Once that tile's in, we're good. Come on. Fill it in. Ah, he's stinking. Can we get him? Right, I'll move him then. Seeing as nobody else gives a rat's ass about our dead dude. Trade depot. Here we go. Make it out of manually chosen materials, which of course is going to be chromite. Good. And then we can have a drawbridge somewhere here, maybe, once this is, or maybe right there. You know what? Let's take this all the way up to there. And we'll put some nice walls in. It's very noticeable that where the ramp is, they can actually use it, whereas elsewhere oh, sorry, where the wall behind it is, they can climb up and down, but elsewhere it's like, nah. There we go. All set. All set. Digging that out. Digging it out. You've dug it out. It's good. Let's get some walls in. All the way down there. Chromite blocks. Down there. Chromite blocks. Up there. Chromite blocks. And there's a little bit more to dig out, to be fair, that I've missed, but that's okay. We can get on with that. And we can also construct a bridge. Opening that way. Here. There we go. And this is our going to be our trap switchback, which we'll put somewhere else. A lot of this stone can be moved up to the surface. And then I am going to construct a floor in here that goes to there. Is that good? There. That feels better. Make that out of chromite blocks. Make sure that that's top priority. Once one of those floor tiles is in, we can put the memorial slab on top of it. Happy days. Dealt with. This definitely needs to be expanded, if that's what it looks like. There we go. And then we want another stockpile here, accept, and that is going to contain everything but, right? No, I'm going to leave it empty for now. Let it hang out. Construction. Not there. It's furniture. Slab. Engraved only on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this initial set of memorial slabs we'll put in here. There we go. We're also going to want some offices for a migrant has arrived. Oh, well, that's got us up to back up to 30. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if he heard what happened. I heard you had an unexpected death. I've come to replace him. I don't know why my voice is squeaky. Now, we definitely need to pause for a second and think about our food situation. Add new task, brew drink from plant. Repeat. We also need to come down and designate some of this for gathering food. That's an apricot tree. I'm sure a lot of them around there are. Gather fruit. Actually cancel. If there's one thing I remember about this lower area, it's that it had alligators in it. And I don't really fancy getting my guys allocated? Alligated. So we're going to do our fruit gathering up here. Of all kinds. There we go. And at some point I will invest in some step ladders. That's the thing that you need. Okay, get a few chromite blocks in place. Cool. That one can actually be deconstructed because it's not supposed to be there. Thank you. Okay, the food situation's coming along. That's good. Construct me some walls in here. No, don't do that. Just calm down. And smooth the thing. There we go. Okay, so, paused again. This is going to end up being our trade stockpile where we have all of our stuff that we're going to put in the trade depot. But what else do we need? And what has to be on this initial first floor for it to be sensible? We definitely want offices immediately because we want to start assigning our people for, you know, those various roles. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come to here. In fact, Control D. No, not Control D. I'm just going to dig them out. I'm going to dig some stairs. And I'm going to do stairs down here. That's not stairs, that's cancelled. Down there, and down there. And then down there, and down there. And then down there, and down there. Okay, so this is our first few floors going down like that. I'd kind of like, hang on. There we go. We're running way low on chromite. We're definitely going to need to be switching colours soon. Okay, let them dig this out. They're also going to want to dig a tunnel down here. And off of that is going to be my first set of offices. And I'm going to put them... Let's use this. There we go. How big am I going to make them? 7 by 7 allows a wall around. So we'll do that. Pop it there. Enter. What priority is that? 4. That's fine. Put one there. Put one there. Put one there. And then I'm going to put some here and here. And then we can connect these up. There we go. Good, good, good. Those aren't actually central. That's fine. Get rid of that. Lovely. Are my priorities right? Not really. I would also like these rooms to be dug out before the corridor. So I need to invert that. Let's take that to there and make the corridor tier 4. That's how it's done. Okay, we've got a mood. They've claimed the Stoneworkers Workshop. That's lucky. It's the only workshop we really have. We are going to want to bring all that indoors, so that's nice. What are they looking for? They've already started. Okay, we're good. We're safe. It's all covered. No need to panic. Remain calm. Put your willies away. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff happening here. See, I'm going to go straight for the offices here. But then immediately, I think below here, we will do like a big hall of engineering. It goes there. How big is this? 35 by 15. That's massive. Let's do 35 by 10. Still massive, but in a different way. There we go. Oh, Sarol Ezun Manam, peasant, has created Lith Rosh Vargush Ki Dirilalatitheth, a microcline door. He offers it to the cavernous creation. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'm very, very flattered that you would offer it to us. Most good. Excellent. Well done. Okay, let's move all that stuff out of the way. Now, we have to wait. The moody guy's finished. That's fine. So we can go over to him. Oh my God. Control H. Please, just cheat it inside. Thank you. Here we go. Okay. Right. So what was I doing? Yes, this, we're going to need a table and a chair at least. So throne, add new task, throne, add new task, throne, add new task. Not like that. Don't do that. Add new task, table, add new task, table, add new task, table. There we go. So we put the tables and chairs in. The offices are also going to need smoothing, I think, at the very least. But I'm only going to smooth the floor area, because I fully intend to put constructed walls in. That's the theory. Although, having said that, I would like to make those a little more urgent so that we end up getting those sooner. That would be handy. Maybe I should just put the damn thing in straight away. What's going on here? I didn't want all this dug out. Oh, I did want this dug out urgently, didn't I? Because I said tier 1. You fool. Still, they're digging pretty quick. It's working. It's definitely working. Although having the food and stuff connected on the outside is really pretty rough. I want to dig that over here. Where is it? It's over here. Okay, so we want the dining hall, really. Like that? Somewhere around there? What size is this? 22 by 24. 24 by 24. Does that... That does not give a central... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, so we want it 25 by 25. That's better. And then we've got a central entryway on each of them. That's good. Where are we regarding that? If I take it over there, somewhere like that feels good. So we go down on this floor and enter. That's good. And at some point, we will be able to connect that up. Well, not at some point, like immediately. Let's do it. That's wrong. What the hell? Oh, okay, I get you. Cool, this feels right. There we go. Lovely. All of this can come back up to the place where we're using it right now. And then as soon as this has been dug out a bit, we can start putting in... In fact, this has already been dug out. There's no point fannying around with it. Workshops, stoneworker. Let's have 1, 2, 3. That'll do. We're going to be moving these around at some point as well. Workshops, what else do we want? We want crafts dwarfs, of course, just in case someone decides they want to claim it. 1, 2, 3. And then we're also going to want mechanic and a jeweler, maybe, down here. Mechanic, jeweler. Can't put him right there, but that's fine. Just stick it there. All good. Right, let's get these built up. Oh, hello. What's this? Hello, Athiok. Welcome back. Well, at the moment, we're starting a new fortress. New embark. We've got a volcano. We've got a river source. It's all very interesting. Although I did immediately lose a dwarf just to poor building planning. I removed the ramps by accident, and he starved to death underground, which is not what I would call an optimal outcome. But, you know, it could have been worse. Everybody could have died. There, you see, there's a worse outcome. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Let these guys keep digging. Yikes, indeed. It didn't take long. We were here for a good 2 minutes, and that's it. He just popped his clogs immediately. What an idiot. What a wally! This room here is actually going to need to be dug out more aggressively. So we do like that and like that, so it digs out. Is that combat? The war dog is apparently fighting a turkey. Yes, turkeys are fighting the dogs. That's fine. We can live with that. Now, I want to actually dig out some stairs right there, like that. He says that's not stairs. That's cancel job order. Idiot. Go down a floor here, and then we can join up at the back of there. Hey, and we can start digging from both ends, because I realise it will be quicker if we approached from the other side. But that does mean everything's on the outside of the fortress, and with combat noises, even if they are spurious combat noises going on, I do get a bit worried. I get a little bit worried. Okay, so everything's ticking over. We've got our farm growing. We've put the floor over the top. We do need to remove all these trees, but it's okay for now. The holes are plugged. We just have to be cognizant of trees. Right, are they digging this already? They are. It's going to be digging through. As soon as there's connection between the two sides, I just need to shut it off. In fact, you know what? Let's put the order in now. We'll wall this in. It'll be fine. What is the worst that could happen, he said, having already killed somebody. Construct wall in there. Chromite blocks done. In fact, you know what? Let's go urgent. That's that crazy. Shouldn't take too long for these two sides to meet, to be honest. Oh, there we go. What if even... Let's try this. If I just do all these middle bits as a 4, they'll channel straight down. Actually, what will happen is you'll lose the urgency of one of your miners who will fuck off to the surface. Well done, me. Congratulations. Okay. There we go. That's the stuff going on there. Now, have they done all their build orders? They have, which means we have the appropriate furniture for our not workshops. You know what they are. Offices. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. We need tables as well. Although, strictly speaking, I don't know if we need tables in there. I do want some doors. Going in here. There we go. And then once those are nominally in there, we can say multi-office designate. That lot, please. Done. Excellent. And now I can say this office is for... Who needs one? Let's check first. Just the expedition leader for now, but we do want to actually assign people to do other things as well, don't we? So we want a broker. Okay. One person does appear to be much better than the rest. Expert judge of intent, high master persuader, and high master comedian. I think Dodok Rolmafol, the woodcrafter, should end up being our broker who needs an office, etc. That's fine. We need a manager. That is important. Nobody has any relevant skills. So let's pick Mincott here. Sure, Mincott. Mincott definitely needs... Oh, no, none of these need offices. It's just Mincott who needs the office. Well, that's fine, because we can immediately come here. Click, click. Say, assign to... Nope. Not monarch. Manager. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's saving. Let's stop for a second, because I think it's going to cause chaos if I don't. Hands off the mouse, sir. This is no time to be fiddling with mice. Nearly there. So we assign that to the manager. The one over the way can be for the broker. Are these people who actually require offices or not? I don't know. Okay, so that's the manager's office. Very good. This one over the way, we will auto-assign to the... general. Interesting. Bookkeeper. There we go. And then this one can go to... Not the monarch. Why does it have to be the monarch? Not the bookkeeper, not the manager, the broker. Not that they need one, but this one can then go to the... Come on, try again. Broker, manager, bookkeeper, and then I suppose there's mayor, expedition leader / mayor. There we go. Okay. Why is this one paused, though? We don't have a bookkeeper. We don't have a bookkeeper. Let's get a bookkeeper. Nobody's got relevant skills, so we pick Gershud. There we go. Bookkeeper and the broker require offices, but they don't... They have not. That's good. Okay, everybody's happy at the moment with what they've got. Let's get the stone dug out. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so this is sealed. Okay, so this fortress is now... Well, the dining hall is now indoors, which is good. It's where you want it. It's an ideal position for a dining hall. Otherwise, it's a picnic field, which has its place, but it is not what I want. This needs removing, and then that needs installing. So let's hurry that along. There we go. And then I can build another wall right there just to close the lot. good. Excellent. Thank you, dwarves. Okay. Good. Now that's going along nicely. I'm just going to do a cheeky dump. Oh, they're all forbade. No use. Please, no use. Forbidden. This is a long way in, isn't it? Oh my god. Still, it could be worse. Could be worse. People could be ignoring these jobs. We've got a petition. The Guild of Harvesting has many members in Cryptbeards and now requires a guild hall. The location must be built and furnished with the hall designated for a herbalist's guild. I approve. Okay, we'll have a herbalist guild. In fact, one of these rooms can be the herbalist guild, can't it? Meeting area. Here we go. Do it like that. Accept. Herbalist guild. There we go. Add guild hall. Where's the herbalists? Often among the first professions to request a guild hall. Herbalist hall. There we go. Lovely. Ooh, I've just realised we have something. There's been a major oversight here. We need to set up some of our magma furnaces because we've ignored it. And it's right there, waiting to be used, waiting to be utilised. Although, that said, I would prefer to make it near the sand. What's this for? Farmer Guild. Okay, we'll approve for the Farmers Guild. That can go somewhere around here, right? That makes sense around this area. I'm going to dig a little... Oh. Although it is a grim reminder of the winter hardships to come, the supply caravan from the banded ship is a welcome sight. Their eyes are alight with the anticipation of inspecting the splendid products of your industrious crafts dwarves. Take careful stock of your own stores. What these merchants offer might very well be the difference between a prosperous future and a slow and meaningless death. It's not what I want. I don't want a meaningless death or a slow one. I'd like a quite quick, poignant death. Please. No. There we go. So, Farmers Guild. Actually, I'm going to put it with the other guild because I'm fucking lazy. Meeting area in here. Lovely. Accept. Add. Guild hall. Hide established. Search. Just put in. Not G. F. Farmers Guild. There we go. Farmer hall. Farmers Guild. There we go. I had a teacher called Mr. Farmer in my school. He was a chemistry teacher and, in my opinion, controversially, a young Earth creationist, which certainly made for an interesting science department. Dear, oh dear. Back in there. Right, let's dot this off. There we go. Lovely. Ooh, we do need to build some kind of containment for our surface animals because we're not in a totally unhostile area. Then again, have I got enough blocks left over? Oh, yes, we can discuss our situation. What do you want next year? Seeds and legwear. Okay. Seedy legwear, it is. Now, we don't really have... Do we have a broker? We do have a broker. We don't really have any way of getting anybody there yet. We do need a hospital as well. That would be nice. We will come back to trading later because we really don't have anything to offer. This is going to be a nice dining hall. I feel confident saying, mainly owing to its absolutely cavernous size. That's a big deal. They do like a big one. Oh, dwarves love a biggie. Come on, dig it out. Oh, I thought they were digging, but they weren't. They were, in fact, snoozing. And an important thing to note, we need a dormitoire. A dormitory. This can be on this floor here. I'm going to dig that out with a bit of urgency. He says, turning it down to 3. And then off of here, we'll have a big room here. 15 by 10. And that can be the dormitory. There we go. And we can actually do bedrooms for everybody as well, but let's just be patient on that one. Let's dig this floor out here. There we go. So Control D. Plan is for 7x7 bedrooms. Everyone says they're massive, but it's because we want to put a wall around it, so they end up with 5x5 floor space, which I know everyone thinks is massive, but I think is a reasonable size for a bedroom. So there we go. Let's do... I did know that, in fact. That was my my move. That was my intention. I was trying to be all sophisticated and international. Ah, I beansed it. Sorry. Let me come over here. That's that. Okay, good. Don't do that. Oh, pants. Okay, so these are going to be bedrooms. And they're going to have a nice long road between them. Actually, you know what? I'm not doing a 3 wide. I'm going to do a little cheeky 1 wide. There we go. I can do little 1 wides over here. Like that. And then similarly on this side, we'll do one there. That is now not the right size, but okay. Then make the bedrooms the same size. There we go. Pop it there. Bonk. Right, and these can be immediately abutting to one another because they don't need a road or a pathway. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Okay. Need a path to get to these ones. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And again, here, 26, 27. Those are stairs that I'm digging out. 26, 27. Ah, good. 28, 29. 30, 31. At least in theory, that is what I've done here. I could be wrong. Right. There we go. Right, I want the dormitory to be dug out with a bit of urgency, but don't give so much of a shit about these bedrooms. We'll sort of deal with them as they get done. Although at some point, I know for a fact they'll just suddenly be done. I'll be like, oh, I've got all this empty space. What do I do with it? Oh. All right, Control B, Control D, Control H, rather. That's the correct thing. And we want to put beds in here. So furniture, bed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 13, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Oh, what? Need 2 more beds to make it up to 30. You know what? I don't think we need everybody to have a bed in the dormitory. Fuck it, we do. I'm going to oversupply beds in the dormitory. Let's go and check if the manager's available yet. Damn straight he's available. Bed. Make bed. I want you to make 1 bed at a time. And I want you to make a bed if there are fewer than 10 beds available. No, actually, that's not true. If there's less than 1 bed available, make a bed. Just keep the beds and make them to order. That's the plan. That's the theory. That's the plan. We'll see if it works out that way. Oh, we didn't connect these bedrooms. Oh, that's no good. You can't have unconnected bedrooms. Foolishness. Yeah, they are going to just dig it all out straight away, aren't they? And I'm going to have like a load of empty bedroom space that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. Okay, in that case, on this, then that's the entryway, that's the main floor. This is the industrial floor. So on the floor below, what we want to do is dig out. Let's pause for a second, because we're going to put our smelteries here. So let's do vertical rows, separated like that, 2 apart, so you can channel out anywhere and you'll get magma. In fact, they're going to be closer together.
one apart. That's it. And we're going to dig it like there. Yep. Bosh. Now, we're going to dig a channel across the floor like that. And on the floor above, we need to repeat that. Excuse me. It needs to go to there, sorry. And then we need to go across to there like that. Okay, that's the entryway. So the room wants to be a bit... Yeah. So, tier 4. Start there. Go over to there. That's the size of the room. This is where we're doing the lever and everything. So let's quickly dig out... That's where the lever's going to go. That's where it's going to get walled off. That's where the bridge and the door are going to go. On the bridge here, door here, lever there. We need stairs to get down to the bottom. So I'm going to do that further away here. Going down like that. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be a little bit more sensible. We're going to do a little tunnel like that. There, and on that square is where we're going to have our stairs, which are then going to attach back there. Cool. Now that's not attached to anything yet, so from this floor, which is where we're going to probably be accepting it, we will do like a tunnel coming off here. Yeah, I'm going to do it like this. That is the plan. This needs to be done more rapidly. I should have done it much higher urgency. Oh well. Here we go. Let's set it correct. I can unpause now while we're doing this. It's all connected. They will get on it. It will be good. Now we are going to need some magma safe mechanisms, and I don't know if we've actually acquired any magma safe materials today. Certainly we've got andesite, but I don't know. Quartzite's usually a sure bet. If you find quartzite, you're all good. We should be finding some obsidian around a volcano like this, but my optimism is apparently a little OTT. We need to trade, but there's nothing here. Let's do a quick DF hack move. Do we have any tatty clothes? No, we don't. I mean, we could try selling the artifact, but it feels a little meh. Sort everything in the fortress by value. So we have some steel bars, but I'm not selling those. Why is that worth... Oh, okay, because there's a lot of it. That makes sense. Let's give them some rough red zircons. There we go. That'll do. We'll get them brought to the depot. I'll basically give them, but if there's anything interesting in their trade collection, there we go. Trade now. They can have those. Are we actually going to trade for anything? Bit of fire clay, lovely. Duck, gander. Oh, is that it? Yeah, it's any animals they've got. And maybe, oh, it'd be nice to get some cloth, but we don't really have the value for it, do we? Oh, they're still making a big profit there. Okay, we'll buy a cloth bin as well. There we go. 3 rough gems for a cloth bin. It's not much, but it's something. And we can now release our trader and let him get on with his day. Very good. Can we get some of these made a bit higher priority? There we go. Even though this is way higher priority. The farms are going, right? We've got farms on the go. Less than I would like. We've got food, we've got drink, we've got fish, which is a nerve-wracking thing to have. Because we all know what's down here, don't we? The old alligators. Ideally, we'll tame those, and we'll end up with some cool shit based on that. But for now, they remain a threat. They are not domesticated. They're not doing any of this flooring, are they? Why is that? Can I move any of this? Apparently it's in a job. Actually, what I'll do, I'm pretty sure these are the jobs they're in. If I cancel that, there we go. Now can I move it?
Please let me move it. Yeah, we can move it now. I'll bring it down and we'll plop it in there. Out of the way. Nice and happy. This stoneworker's workshop needs to be removed because we've got one going in downstairs. Likewise, I'll do it with the woodcutter and the mechanic because they're going to be done too. Workshop, woodcutter. Where's the woodcutter? Sorry, carpenter. That's the one we want, isn't it? There we go. Okay. They're taking their time to smooth all this out. I thought we'd have like more urgency on the smooth jobs, but apparently tier 2, not that high. Oh, they're doing it. They're doing it. The merchants have left. That's fine. Am I going to bother smoothing all this out? I don't think I will. This is all going to remain just raw stone. Bare, wonky rock. There we go. Yeah, once this is cleared out, things will get a bit simpler. We do need a mechanic to start making some magma-safe mechanisms. I think we can specify those. Come on. Build me my mechanics workshop, please. It's vitally important. Just get someone making rock blocks, I think. There we go, the mechanics workshop is in. Someone's been taken by a fey mood, that's interesting. Ooh, we're still waiting for people to actually get what they need from these farmers' workshops, aren't we? Well, I think that's probably going to take a little while. We're not going to immediately give them what they need. I'm going to be cheeky and auto-dump all this crap downstairs. God, I love auto-dump. Oh, it didn't work. I accidentally misclicked. Well, I suppose you can't purposefully misclick, can you? The dwarves were unable to complete the Cinnabar throne. Interesting. Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. Construct. No, furniture. That's a door. Furniture, chair. There we go. Stick it in. And there. Good. Good. Okay, so a lot of smoothing jobs are being done here. That's not optimal, but it'll have to do. Right, let's find our mechanic here. Add new task. Pause. Make rock mechanisms specifically out of allanite is magma safe, isn't it? We'll start with allanite, and I'll just check that. Where is it? Labor, stone use. Other stone, allanite, magma safe. Yes, okay, good. Interesting that it's the pink rocks that most often seem to be the ones that are actually magma safe. How are we doing for chromite blocks? Have we got loads? We've got 84. It's not enough to do a full floor, that's for sure. How many do we need for a full floor? 304. Okay. Fuck that. Okay, we do need a door. Okay, have we got an andesite door? That would be good. That's not how you do it. Cancel construction. We want a specifically, like, magma-safe door. Add new task. Door. Actually, bear with me. I need to take a quick break for a pee. I'll be back in just a moment. We will leave them smoothing this in the background as we go. Bear with me. I'm back again. Oh, and the mood got sorted. Sarvesh Bomrek. Us, the farmer, has created Tobot Alod, an Allanite bracelet. He claims it as a family heirloom. Very exciting. Not really what I was hoping for, though. Anyway, glass has got to get sorted. But I think as long as I make some... I've got Allanite mechanisms being made. And I think I put in an order for... Yeah, I did. Rock blocks. We've made andesite. I need to swap that. Rock blocks made specifically of Allanite. Give that a repeat as well. And that needs to be more urgent. The mechanisms need to be urgent as well, but we'll come back to that. Well, I could put an order in, couldn't I? Right, we need to construct a bridge that lifts this way. There we go. Right there, but we're making it not with filters. We're going to make it with... We could make it with steel, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make it with Allanite. Raw Allanite or wait for the blocks? I'm going to go with the raw Allanite, to be honest. Down here, it's not too important. We're definitely going to need a lever. There we go. We've got plenty of Allanite mechanisms, so everything can be like actually connected. Do I have an Allanite door? We will put one in here manually there. No. Okay. Cancel. Unable to complete the microcline table. Oh, I see what's happening there. Furniture, table, bonk. Chair, bonk. There we go. Bonk, bonk. No one seems to be down here doing these build orders for the blocks. Oh, I know why. Because I left all the bloody stone on the surface, didn't I? Like a silly goose. Okay, let's bring it down to where the correct usage spot is, which is there. Good. We should see a bit of movement there. And ideally, a nice Allanite door. This is urgent. Get that done first. Okay. We need that. Let's plan out our initial layout. Well, I think we'll start in the top left corner and we're going to... Oh, no, not squads. Go away. So if I do a channel in that corner there, and then I'll do it all across the back. Oh, well, no, where's the nearest glass? That's a problem. So there's glass on the surface, but we don't really want to breach to the surface, do we? Okay, I'm going to dig. So where's the... So 1, 2, 3, 4 floors up. I'm going to dig a little annex off of here. Like that. I'm going to dig some upstairs. Now, the plan is that we can wall this off if we need to, so we don't have to worry about necessarily finding any problematic stuff or breaching the surface. We can just block it off. But hopefully somewhere in that area we will find sand that we can collect. There we go. That's it, lads. Dig it out. If anyone does know the correct way to set it so that we can have children above the migration limit, I'd like to know, because we don't appear to have that. We don't appear to have that happening. Please let there be sand. Sandy, Sandy, come on. This floor's a bit optimistic. Hey, we got it. That's good. What's this? Hazel tree roots. Okay. Well, first things first, I'm going to do a little dig like that. I'm going to dig the area out and we're going to put a wall around it. Hopefully there'll be sand here. I think we're guaranteed that, right? And then we can put some bars down, which can be replaced later, and we definitely want to put a ceiling over it. I want to put a roadway over the top. That's the plan. There we go. So construct me some walls which are hollow all around there. Thank you. Ooh. Oh, we got chromite. Oh, okay. We did make some chromite blocks locally. That's fine. Construct me some floor bars. Here, here, and here. That's that. Move the unwanted stone onto the stairs where it's safe, question mark. And we can also make this a sand gathering zone now. There we go. And we need some paved road on the surface. Oh my God, look at all these trees. They've all got to go. I may as well put what I can down. So go from like here to there. Is that right? There, that'll do. That's where I want it. Oh, there's only a few trees need cutting down. These two probably don't need it. Or that one even. Yeah, it should be fine. In fact, the whole area is a bit much. We don't need that at all. Hang on, calm down, calm down, calm down. Cancel construction. We only need a little bit of roof over the bit that's not got a ceiling on it. So, constructed paved road up a bit, down a bit. So it's just these six here. So there to there, that's the only spot that needs the floor. Lovely. Although we do need to get rid of that boulder. And I would argue we don't actually need to cut any of the trees down. That can be ignored. It's a job that can be done elsewhere. Good. We have areas that do need clear cutting. There's no point clear cutting areas that don't need it. Oh, stop pressing V. Okay, so this is where we're going to be getting our sand. That's very handy. It's nice and close to where we're going to have our magma, so I'm pleased with that. This lever needs connecting to the bridge. Yeah, both need to be magma safe, but I think if we stick with allanite, we should be fine. There we go, do that urgently. And then once that's done, we'll test it, because that is important. The testing is very important. Can we put a door in here? No. Actually, we technically want it there, don't we? Not there. That's going to be a wall. Okay. Should do a little stockpile for sand here, shouldn't I? We'll leave it. We'll do that in a minute. We've got to let them get on with building that road upstairs. That's important. We do want to keep the animals out of here, so we probably need to set some indoor pasture going, which is probably best done near the food zone, right? So, we're not far off the surface here. I might make a miasma place with like a little surface chimney. So, let's get cracking. So we dig. Like here. Dig it like that. And in here, oh, actually, no, this is not where we want the thing. This is where we want the pigs to live, isn't it? I'm digging. Fool. Make it bigger. There we go. That's better. And we can have a nice pasture for the pigs in there. That'll be handy. Okay, we've got a wood stockpile here, but I don't want that there. I want to head down, see where we can have our nice stockpiles done. Oh my god, the bedroom floor is absolutely covered in rogue stones. That's fine though. We do also need to make this a dormitory, I've realised. Dormitory there, accept, good. They do have a place to sleep now. That should do something about the moods that are starting to slip. Bring all the stone up. There we go. How are we doing for blocks? Lots of andesite blocks. That's lovely. It's not really what I was hoping for, but it'll have to do. So we need more meeting spots, because apparently these guild halls don't work as meeting spots if you want animals to go there. Mind you, a pasture will do that. We'll be sorted for that. Oh, easy, it's done. So, pen/pasture. This one, accept. Pig, sty. Is it that's press sty? I think it's just STY, isn't it?
Yeah, in an E on the end if it's the one on your eye.
Maybe. I think so. Or we'll call it a pig sty like that for now.
Pigsty is just Y.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're good then. So I'm not going to assign... I'll assign any of the cats to this area. No, they can run around where they want, so they can eat the stuff. But if I type in pig, we should have all the sows, piglets. Good. That's what we want. And then off of there, like down over here, we can make a little slaughterhouse chamber, maybe? That's a bit, I don't know, a bit far away. I mean, keeping the pigs here is fine. I'll just do it here. It will be fine. What's that?
Somebody's dog found the vibrator on a walk.
Oh, handy. I'm going to put the butcher and the leather worker in here. Well, the tanner, not the leather worker. Putting the tanner in there's a bit of a... sorry, put the leather worker in there's a bit unnecessary. We want them with the textile area. Right, okay, so doing good for andesite blocks, doing good for allanite blocks. I need to order up an allanite door. Make rock door. Make them out of allanite. Thank you very much. And actually, I don't think I need the allanite blocks. Allanite blocks can go. Just make rock blocks. Generic rock blocks, please. Right, has that been connected up? Let's watch. See this close. Hopefully we won't accidentally splat one of the dogs when we reopen it. Nice. Okay, that's working. Pull lever again, urgently. And then we'll open that up again. And then once we've got a nice andesite door in, which will go there. Okay. It might take a minute. Other doors are going to be serviced first. No drink. Okay, that's a problem. Let's sort that out. Do I have materials to make drinks with? Yes, I do. There we go. Make drinks from fruit. Make drinks from plant. There we go. That should yield results. And then in here, if I get all this stone out the way, lovely. We can put the butcher in. Workshop, farming, butcher. Stick that here. There we go. And then we'll also get the workshop, farming, tanner. And stick that in there. And that should result in the butchery and tannery all happening here. I also want to make a stockpile for... Actually, no, cancel that. Don't need that. What I do want to do, though, is channel out a hole on the roof, which allows us to put some bars over it and have the miasma come out. That's the way to go. So, it needs to be over the centre of the workshop, I understand. That's what I heard. Oh, hello. Let's get these stones and whatnot out of the way. These can all go over where they'll be useful. And we can come to here and say, I want a channel order starting there. Not starting there, starting here, going down 2 floors. And then on the top, we put some bars, and we do the same over this. Dunk, dunk, dunk. There we go. Lovely. And then on top of that, we put bars. That's the plan. Constructed. Floor bars. There. And where's the other one? There. Cool. And that should result in no miasma from our butcher and tannery. It will use up a bit of steel, but that's not going to be a problem. Not with a magma furnace and a willingness to cheat. Well, I don't know if it's cheating per se, more... yeah, it's cheating. But hey, cheating in a computer game, it's fun. Right, we need to get these dogs out of here. So what I might do is put some ropes in the entryway. If we have the option, that is. Out here. So construct me some ropes and put them here, and we'll put the dogs on those. Maybe. No, they're off. Okay. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you gathering fruit? He is very much gathering plants. That's fine. I will allow it. Have they built this up here? They have. Oh, this is all sealed in nicely. That's good. There's some rogue boulders there. Get them neatened up. Cool. So this is done. We're just waiting on a door now. So how many doors have I ordered? Did I order like a series of andesite doors, or did I just order one? Oh, they're in. Allanite. That's it. Okay, right. Allanite door. Door. There. Yes, please. Let's not make it a fancy one. Let's use one of the tatty ones, even though the fancier one was not actually technically fancy, strictly speaking. Good, that's done. And then once that's in, I think we're good, right? Just channel it out and away we go. Could the dog please not be down there, though? Okay, let's get the dogs out the front. So you assign... Oh, wait, no, DFAC assign. There we go. D, no, not G. D-O-G. There we go. War dog. War dog. Oh, I can only have one. That's annoying. Actually, that is very easily solved by just going to here and typing in dog and just putting them all in the bloody pasture with the sheep. Very easy, very simple. Don't know why I didn't think of it before. There we go, dog gone. Good. We can also now build a floor over that. Chromite? I don't think so. I think I'll be using allanite for that one. Thank you. But we're good. We can channel. Let's do it. The channeling order is in. That one. Will we lose anybody this time? Hopefully not. Ideally, they'll get away. We've maximised their chances. Survivor! Who is it? It's Thickut Veshbomrek, the miner. Thickut Dustwhip. The lover of data and silver practiced. Oh, hello. 75-year-old lovers with wrinkles that perfectly align. They've locked together like a piece of knitwear. That's going weird, and now I've got a horrible image in my mind. Leather, true. But leather doesn't interlock. That's the problem. I've put myself into an interlocking corner. Possibly. I was thinking, my mind, I was seeing the the wrinkles of a human skin, shall we say, that interlock perfectly. Something burned there. What burned? Hopefully not one of the dogs. That would be awkward. Okay, good. So, we'll let this run for a bit, let it fill up, and then once that's done, we can, well, figure something else out. Let's construct a floor around this. How many... What have we got? Allanite? Let me check what we've got most of. Andesite blocks. Okay, we'll leave it for now. We can reconstruct stuff later on. What we really want in here is a glass furnace. So, workshops, furnaces, magma glass furnace. And we bosh that down and we'll just make it out of whatever because all of this stuff is going to have to be moved. And if I channel here, we should be not directly over magma, so we'll do it there. And then we can stick another one there. And then we'll do over this side. We'll start in the corner. Yeah, so channel there and then there. And then we could probably fit another one in over there. Workshop, furnace, magma glass furnace. One there, one there, one there. Yeah, we definitely got room for another one. Let's stick it in. There? Yeah. There we go. Just got to wait for someone to actually channel it out. Brilliant. There we go. So we got those going in. They may not be fully functional yet. Oh, no, they nearly all are. Okay. That's very nice. Very good to know. Get it on. And they're a horrible higgledy-piggledy mix of colours at the moment, but we're going to deconstruct all of them anyway. Do I make the stockpile for sand here? Or, between them here? We'll see. We won't necessarily have a stockpile for sand now because we don't really have a stockpile or any supply of bags. And until I start making bags, I can't really do much with sand. So, why are you there? You should be there. Let's look into our yarn system. Oh, actually, there's also another important thing to do there. We've got to make sure the sheep are protected because last time, every time the elves turned up, they just absolutely annihilated the sheep. And that's not what we want. That's not what we need. Let's build a wall and make it hollow. And it's going to be where? So it makes sense to have it here where there aren't trees already. Yeah, let's do that. So, like that. And I will make it out of chromite blocks because we have 69 of them. Nice. And we will need to put a roof on this, but we'll get around to that when we've got some more blocks. Okay, that's good. So what I can do is shrink the size of the pasture, I think, to fit in here. Also, let's get Auto Butcher up because I don't want any yaks. Auto Butcher. We'll just end up with loads of yak hair. It's just not very useful. Let's get rid of them. So, Shift R, the whole row, 0. Pigs we want to keep, sheep we want to keep, dogs we want to keep, cats we want to keep. So that's good. You might need to trim the numbers of sheep, though, considering like the amount of... That said, we could have... What we do need to do is keep a core set of breeding sheep in an inner pasture inside there. And then as long as we've got those protected, it doesn't matter if the rest are outside and get slaughtered. It is a fresh new Fort Romanoid. It had to be done. We ground to a very low frame rate on the previous one. It wasn't working well. Hello, Space Pants as well. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I should get a jumper. I'm a bit chilly. It's all right, though. I'm sure I'll warm up. Just got to move a bit. There we go. That'll do. Food's in. That's nice. They're digging out. It's filling up, sorry, the magma place. We need... That was it. Need to sort out the plants and the pigs, rather. The sheep. Fuck me. I was doing the sheep and I just walked away and went, la la la, done now. There we go. What I might do is have like a drawbridge on this rather than an access from below. Not that it's impossible, it's just a bit of a faff, you know. And again, dig it off here, go over here. I didn't see any jet. Oh, I have to check that out. Is this what this is? Microcline. This is Cobaltite, what I'm building with. Lovely purple rock. I never figured it out exactly. Just at some point, the frame rate went and it all fell apart. So I decided to go for a new A new fort. Okay, where are we? We're nearly ready for glass, but we can't quite do the sheep yet. Oh, no, all I need to do is get somewhere to actually process the sheep, isn't it? So let's go to the farm area. Let's dig out an extra bit here. This is all good. So we dig there, like that. Oh, saving. Well, I suppose it's safety, isn't it? We can't complain too much. Speaking of booze, I need to get on that, don't I? We've only got 6 drinks. Oh, stretching. Magma grid. This is actually just coming up when it saves. Is that what it shows? The magma grid. We've got a volcano on the surface for sure. That I've got a ceiling over that, but I can't do it until we started making green glass blocks because it's very expensive. Absurdly expensive. Excuse me, hiccuping. I suppose we could stick a farmer's... We don't want them hauling the sheep too far. Ah, sweet, sweet, boozy, boozy. Oh, I'm going to put in a standing order for booze. Actually, add brew drink from fruit and do it if there is less than 500. Let's just start big and stay big. We don't want to do 10 at a time. We want to do 1 at a time. And then we also want to brew drinks from plants. Same deal, 1 at a time. And do it if the amount of drinks is less than 500. There we go. It's big orders, but, you know, it should keep the numbers up. Because we're down to 4, which is not optimal, especially considering we don't have a well yet. So if we run out of booze, there's not even... The only source of drinking water for them is this river source, which of course has alligators in it. Which are not... What are you doing? What is this? Maybe they've gone. I drank foul water. So disgusting. Oh, you son of a funky dickens. Okay, we need to deal with water as well. But booze would be a better option. Some pause. We can't... Suboptimal indeed. Optimal sud. Sub. Okay. Sorry. Yarn. Yarn is the weak link here. Get yarn, get glass, get on with it. Oh god, pause. I'm paralyzed with the choice. So, are we gathering fruit here? Let me look at the plants. 324. We should have plenty to brew with. I don't think I need to panic. Although what I am going to do is set like a recurring brew order. Brew drink from plant, repeat. And then this one as a kitchen. Brew drink from plant, brew drink from plant. Add new task, brew drink from not plant. Oh, we haven't got fruit left. Oh, okay, well, whatever then. Brew drinks from plants. Sorry. I didn't realise I'd already set perpetual orders in motion. I'm surprised. Yeah, so we were doing an area to process the yarn, which is going to have to be over here in a little room. Oh, God, where? Could dig like a space. So here to here. There we go. That's where it's going to be inside the sheep pen. From there, we can dig this off. And go up to there. Go over to there, like that. That should be good. Yeah. And then there's not too much exposed to the surface for tree roots. It's all good. Brilliant. And then, of course, we can add stairs to the inside once we have actually put a ceiling on it. So stairs up like that. Make them out of chromite blocks. They should be close. Yeah.
You gotta put a ceiling on it.
If you liked it, then you should have put a ceiling on it. I mean, I think so. we've got thick bayberry tree branches. Somebody could just climb over this wall with a, well, they could just jump from here, couldn't they? So it definitely needs a ceiling. Let's put in a floor here. Can we do it with a road? Or is that just taking the piss? It's taking the piss, but it works. So maybe, no, cancel construction. Sorry, we'll come back to that, but... Actually, no, let's just do it and choose items manually. Here we go. Do a road over it like that. And we'll do it with... Can I do it with allanite blocks? Not quite. I can do it with andesite blocks, though. Yeah, fuck it, go. I'm going to be dead chuffed if that works, because that's going to be way cheaper than building an actual ceiling on it. Or a proper floor, as it were. So dig those, gather all that up, thank you. Go over to the stone workshop, which is here, dump that down. Good. It's good. Road roof feels like a big win for me. I feel like I've made a discovery. It puts everything I've done today and makes it worthwhile. Right, dig all this out, and then we can put like a sheep shearing zone. Come on, why have you got to leave one little pillar in the middle? That's very annoying. It's highly unorthodox. Where's it gone? Oh, here it is. Damn ye. Are they building the door? They are not building the ceiling. Let's make that high priority. And then once that's done, we can let these guys in and out. Although I also want to put a drawbridge on this so we can have the surface sheep able to mingle. That feels sensible, right? Let's do it. Well, let's wait. These guys are fine in here. Put the roof on it, then give it a drawbridge. That feels like a more sensible way to go. So, workshop, farming, farmer's workshop, and we'll put them here and here. And yeah. Okay, that can be for shearing. Let's make these both top priority, as they should be. Drinks are going up. That's a good sign. When they hit 0, that's panic stations. I should also think about getting a well installed. But it does mean directly dealing with the alligators. Why are you digging? Whoa, hey. No. No. Absolutely not. You are not chopping these fucking trees down. What the fuck? Hang on. Let's go and look at what auto chop is saying it's doing. Burrow, auto chop, please, 11. Hide burrows with no trees. Hide burrows, designate trees, undesignate. Approximate logs left in usable logs in stock. Logs from designated trees. So undesignate all trees, designate trees for chopping. No. Undesignate all trees now. Right, let's go to the auto chop burrow, which I believe is on top of this thing here. There we go. No, over here. That's auto chop. Okay, and auto chop should only be chopping those trees down. What I might have to do is just turn auto chop off and do it manually. It's not like we need to do huge designations. Auto chop. There we go. GUI. Okay. Disabled. Undesignate all trees now. There we go. And then all I need to do is say, chop these down, please. And that one as well, just for good measure. And this one. And that's the trees I want chopped. We do need a wood stockpile, which is going to be in here, I presume. Let's go with there. Accept wood. Done. Cool. Okay, we've got this in now. We can go to the workers side and say this is only for shearing anyone can use it. That seems good. And then this one as well, I will also say is only for shearing. There we go. So the sheep get shorn there. Maybe we could do milking. We've had terrible, terrible miasma problems with cheese previously. I'm not sure I want to start risking it. Hello, Brolo. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. We're just getting started. We've started this stream, this fortress, this session, and it's okay so far. I am not super stoked with the progress I've made. It is already a bit of a all over the place, sloppy kind of affair, but it's getting good. We've got another Fey mood. Let's hope that we have the appropriate workshop. Oh shit, we better close the gates for the magma. I think that's probably full, right? He says, looking at ambiguous depths. There we go. Pull the lever, get on that quick, and then we can wall that lever in. And we need not worry about moody people causing problems. Anybody going to come do that? Just yet. Here you go. Bam. Lovely. And it's closed. We can do that. That's a door. That's exactly not what I want. I want a wall. There we go. And we'll build it with, let's put it with allanite blocks. Why not? Pink and magma proof. Just like me. Well, not even that pink. Like a pasty colour. Anyway, yarn. Yarn is our bottleneck that prevents us from... Moody Dwarf can't find needed item. Uh-oh. What are you looking for? Plant cloth, stone boulders. I bet the plant cloth is a problem. But we have had farms going and may well have done pigtails. Fuck, we don't want to cook pigtails. We don't want to brew with pigtails. Shit, fuck. Ah. It's all right, though. Calm down. Don't panic, everybody. Where am I putting my textiles? We've got the sheep being shorn over here. Got the farm here. I feel like textiles could maybe go over here next to the kitchens. Perhaps. Or we just do them in a grand hall of production. Like this lot. Okay, workshop. Clothing and leather. We're going to start with... a loom, I suppose, is the required thing, right? Well, actually, we could get the dyer going. I mean, yarn is the first step. That's the most important, right? Oh, I should probably have one of them shearing and one of them spinning, shouldn't I? That's probably a better bet. This one can do spinning. Boom, the other one can do shearing. That should end up with lots of yarn, I think. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Here comes a sheep. It's been abandoned because that one had the job turned off. Brilliant. That's not what I needed. They don't want to be left down here. Are you going to make your own way back to the pasture? Rude. Just abandon it. This doesn't seem to be being done very quickly, but it swears to me that the jobs are on. We do need to chop that tree. That can't stay there. It's causing real problems for me. Get rid, gather up the wood, stick it in my stockpiles. Good stuff. Stick it in my stockpiles. Good stuff. Still waiting for a table and chair from that lot, but I feel like the glass is so tantalizingly close, right? Are you building that? There we go. It'd be nice if someone actually walled this off. It is kind of important that that lever doesn't get fucked with. It is a dreadful source of magma crabs. God, it's chilly. I should probably put some kilns in as well, shouldn't I? Because we do have clay around. It's just a case of locating some to gather. In fact, clay loam cavern floor. Can that be used to collect clay? Clay loam? 30 pop. We've got 30. 10 ecstatic. 2 for the 2 happy categories. 4 neutrals, and then 3, 5, 4 in descending order of mood. Which is not optimal, but it definitely could be a lot worse. It definitely could be a hell of a lot worse. Okay. So, Moody Dwarf still can't find the needed item. I nearly forgot about that. Let's forbid the items they have until we can actually get some of the stuff we need, which is plant cloth, which I don't... Oh, that was it. We needed a loom, didn't we? Construct, workshop, clothing and leather. Give me a loom. Just stick it there for now. Get it done urgently. And then once the loom is in, if we've got any plant pigtails, we can weave them immediately into cloth and he will rush off and grab them. What if I type in the word pig? Yeah, we've got pigtail thread. We can do this. We brought pigtail thread with us, that's why. Cool. Weave thread into cloth. There we go. Someone's already picked the job up, or at least it's appeared in the list. Let's make it urgent. And also... forbid this guy's... It's a shame he only has to run over there to grab the stuff. It doesn't reset the mood for long. Very for long? Doesn't do it very for long, just a little bit for long. Okay. See, they're growing plump helmets there. This is all plump helmets as well. We really need like a massive pigtails effort. Oh, we can do surface crops as well. I forgot about that. Let's build... workshop, farming, farm plot. Let's put some surface farms here. Just to see what we end up with, really. Because we did bring garden vegetables. It would be nice to get some stuff on there. Okay. Oh, yes. We were testing to see if we can collect clay from clay loam, which we have... Actually, do we have that? Where we've got the sand collecting? No, that's very sandy. There's no clay around there, really. But clay's an easier thing to collect. It doesn't require a bag. I don't mind people hauling clay a little way. So what we could do, if you can collect clay, let's do it. Let's find out. Zone, there we go. Clay collecting. We'll put it just there for now. And I will also construct a kiln that's needed for collecting clay. We'll stick that just there for now. Shouldn't mark everything urgent like this, it's getting silly. He still can't find a needed item, so let's reset that. Da-donk, da-donk. And then this, is anything happening there? Weaving thread into cloth? We've got pigtail cloth. Is that not what they want? Moses lovely channels, what do you want? Let's do show mode. Let's have a little peek. Logs. The bottleneck was logs. It was logs all along. Why have you not cut my logs? Why have they not cut the logs? What's going on there? Have I said no woodcutters? That's precisely what I've done. Do we want the broker? I don't think we do. Let's go find someone. Let's have a herbalist here, this herbalist, and this herbalist. There we go. 3 people who are now qualified woodcutters can bring us some wood. Who's got wood? I've got wood. Not like that. That's not what I should be saying. Oh, dearie me. Come on, let's get this sand stuff going. Have they built this? No, they haven't chopped this down either, have they? How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck couldn't chuck wood? Oh, well, if a woodchuck couldn't chuck wood, then a woodchuck wouldn't chuck any wood. It would be a very difficult situation. Okay, what do we do? Collect clay. Here we go. Make that urgent. I want to see if someone picks it up, because if they come here and collect clay... Oh! Right, we're removing the kiln. We know that you can collect clay from clay loam. Okay, cool. So that's bricks at least sorted. Maybe not the best ones. If we get fire clay, I will be very happy. But that does seem to be a rarer thing to come across. Right, what are we growing in these? Alfalfa! Alfalfa! wild carrot plants, asparagus. Okay, it's stuff. We've got stuff being grown. All is good. Have we chopped any trees yet? Yes, we have. And that means that we need to construct some paved roads. There. And a site, please. There. And a site, please. Is that a hole? It is a hole. It's an open space. Why am I not allowed to put a road on it? If you liked it, then you should have put a road on it. Apparently that's not allowed. Why? Can I put a floor in it? I can. There we go. Lots of andesite blocks going in. That should cover it for now. It won't fully, but it's okay. Has the mood unstuck? It has. They've got what they wanted. We still don't have the materials to really improve the value of the requested guild halls yet. But, yeah. Oh, is it a biggie? Hang on, we've got a bird of prey outside. I'm just going to go and have a peek. Well, there you go. Quite big with pointy wings. Anyway, let me put my headphones back in. Mosas Dumat Onal, the herbalist, has created Shasaradek, an andesite puzzle box. She offers it to the cavernous creation. Oh, we've got our little lament configuration. Lovely. I'm sure that's not going to cause any trouble. Nobody could possibly be harmed in any way. Okay, so let's put in some kilns as well then, if that's going to be an easy thing. We've already got some clay. Let's put them in at the lower end. One there. One there. Is that going to be good? That'll be fine, I think. And then we just put in some workshops, furnaces, magma kiln. 1, 2, 3. I ballsed it up. One there. Let's put in a channel betwixt these. Here we go. In goes another kiln. And I'll make a stockpile for clay in front of them. Like that. Accept clay. Custom stone, other stone, metal ores, clay. There we go. All clay. Done. And we'll say you may use wheelbarrows. Good. There we go. In go the magma kilns. Very nice. And then immediately we can start collecting clay from the spot, and they'll hopefully bring it down here with wheelbarrows. That's the dream. Have you heard of Merlin Bird ID? Oh, is that the one where you can hit? You can have like hold out your phone to record the sound of the bird song, and it will tell you what birds are around you. I think Kel's actually got that one. I'm not sure though. I might be mistaking it for the Stars in the Night Sky one that she got recently. Yes. Spotify for birds. You can go, oh, can you play me a bit of Marlin, please? Shazam, yeah, that's the one. Cool though. It's very fun. It also like tells you the different birds. It's not just one bird, it's like all sorts. Uh-oh, why are they horrified? What's the horrification about? Cancels fell tree, shaken. Okay. I'm definitely concerned now. This is taking a long time to get built, rather. I don't know if it's going to work. I had a great tit barn swallow. Whoa, what a wonderful name. I mean, you wouldn't think they'd be able to eat one, a full barn, but there you go. Ha 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 ha. So funny. Anyway, it looks like the surface farms are really actually pretty effective. We're getting a lot of stuff out of these. I'm hoping the drink situation's already a problem. They're doing it though. They're working on it still. Interesting. Maybe it's a seed. Maybe it's a barrel situation. We might be having not enough containers. Because if we're gathering up a lot of fruit and food, we might be filling them all up. Okay. Add new task, collect clay, repeat. Just keep bringing clay. And I would then dump it here, right? Sounds good. We are getting wood down here, but again, I think we should put wheelbarrows on it. And I also think I should put in an order for wheelbarrows. Plus wooden wheelbarrow. There we go. Make me one at a time, as with everything. And if you've got less than 10 empties, that's good. Go. That should really speed things up a bit. Because if they're hauling clay and wood manually, God, that's going to take forever. It's going to be so slow. So very, very slow. Oh, I see glass is still bottlenecked behind bags. We can't start making that yet. But we can start getting clay immediately. I'm guessing there's probably already a bit... Oh, no, only one piece. It's all right, though. Ah, oh, look, the materials are here. They've started constructing. I think we needed to get rid of that tree. Oh, no, look. Did they cancel it? Hang on, let's try that again then. Construct, paved road, like that, and the site blocks. Done. And also, top priority. There we go. Now, the blocks are quite close already, so that should be fine. If I just get rid of the wood there. There we go. Fingers crossed this works, because if it does, then we can immediately just dig down and we're sorted. We've got protected flock indoors and a nice other flock outdoors. And we'll be able to put a drawbridge on this that connects to the same lever as the one that locks that, which I must admit I haven't built yet. Yeah. Should be good. Nothing left at the old embark site. Nope, good. We're all fine. Oh, more floors need building. Constructed floor there with andesite blocks. Whoa! Big entrance goes on slightly too long. Does need trimming. But we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge one day. We'll get there eventually. Hello, welcome back, Big Fat Taco So Big. Thanks for joining us. Good to have you here. I'm looking, the camera's there and I'm looking there. I don't know why. There is another one down there, but hey ho. Hang on a minute. I've got a Discord message. What's all this? What's all this? It's a direct message. Oh, pending friend requests from Jacques. Oh, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Okay, right. Leave that. Now, I've brought the wood down here so they don't have to keep going to the surface to pick it up because I'm a cheeky cheater when it comes to moving stuff around the fortress. I don't know how much clay we're actually going to get through or to use, but let's have a quick look at what we can make. Bricks are my immediate thought because they're a very easy construction material to get around with. But we can also have crafts, hives. Crafts is good because we can sell those things, and we didn't have anything for the traders last time. What was it they wanted? They wanted seeds and legwear, didn't they? Well, we'll have some probably plum seeds and whatnot, but I don't know. We could make some large clay pots, but they can't be used for any kind of liquids until they've been glazed. And I don't really want... I want to wait for the glass pots before we start using them, because otherwise we end up with a big mix of stuff. Let's just go with make clay crafts. Actually, if I come here, furnace operating pottery glazing. Oh, you don't have the option here that allows you to let people use it when they don't have any... when they've got free time. Furnace operating pottery and glazing. Okay. We'll put in a little repeated clay crafts order and a repeated collect clay order, and we'll see how it works out. Hopefully it'll work out well. No guarantees. You should just get that Final Fantasy clip that my name is from where it says Big Fat Tacos. I've never... I don't even know what you're talking about there. I assumed it was from the actual food stuff rather than Final Fantasy. I've never played any of the Final Fantasy games all the way through. But only very briefly dabbled with any of them. Allanite is a good one. We get that quite often. Allanite is more of a pink once it's dug out. Like, here's the Allanite doors, and there's an Allanite... yeah, an Allanite loom. And these are Allanite as well. But it's magma safe, which is nice. It's very good. They're not. We've only got 32 booze in. What gives? Well, they're still doing it. I think we might just need another still, to be honest. It might be a case of just needing to dig out a bit more space. Let's do that. Has the roof been put on here yet? Not yet, but all the blocks appear to have been placed, so that's good. They were all nearby already, so it would be a bit weird if they weren't. Holy cow, these are really coming along, although they don't look like blueberry bushes, I have to say. They look like carrots. But I'll assume the game knows what it's talking about. Okay. What have we got here? That's a ewe. That's a lamb. That's a lamb. That's a lamb. But we don't know if any of them are males. We do need a ram in here as well. So do I make these separate grazing zones? I probably should, shouldn't I? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this grazing zone and we're going to expand it all around here so that the sheep can graze really wherever. But we are going to remove this and make it a different grazing zone. So pen pasture in here, except safe grazing. There we go. And then for now, DFAC assign, grazers only. I want a ewe, and a ram. Ah, hang on. Three creatures assigned here. So periodically, if I keep all the initial adults in this safe pasture, and then we come out to this one, and I put all the juveniles in that one. There we go. That means we've got the parents still breeding in there and some juveniles being outside. How do you make a temple? Well, that is a meeting area and you need to assign it using the little plus sign. I will show you momentarily. Give me a sec. So, let me just clear this out. Put in some more stills, workshop, farming, still. There. In fact, let's put loads in, just go nuts. Temple. So you put in a meeting area or other zone. Let's just do one tile there. And when you've done that, you click on this little plus sign and it allows you to choose the different things you can assign to them. You've got a temple here, which will give you all of our gods. We've got a god of longevity and youth, jewels, wealth and storms, mountains, volcanoes and earth. Yes, volcano god. Death and war. Fortresses, mountains, volcanoes, earth, beauty, beauty. What else we got here? Longevity, youth, mountains. Oh, there's lots of different schisms of religions. A god of valor. Okay. Valor pleases you, Locum. Okay, so we've got multiple gods here, well, obviously, but we've got a nice little volcano one to pick. So we can actually put a nice volcano temple properly on top of the volcano. It'll be good. Ah, you failed the petition because you couldn't assign a priest. Interesting. I think you need enough worshippers and like a high enough quality guild hall, which is why you want to make them relatively big. Sorry, temple. These are guild halls, and we're already seeing that there's not that much value on them. But we'll get there. Once we've leveled up a bit with the... can these actually... They can make crafts, I know, but can they make... They can make instruments. Hive, jug, statue, pots, pearlash, plaster powder. That needs gypsum boulders. There you go. There's someone was asking earlier. It's done in a kiln. We know now. It's been solved. Okay. So... Cancel for now. Don't want anything in here. We're just going to stick with the clay collecting and the crafts. Although the crafts got cancelled because the clay was run out. Okay. Well, let's just collect clay for a bit then. That'll be fine. I will have to have a little look up. Let me just make sure I put that in my queue. Let me just open the link. I won't watch it now. But I will check it out. Oh, it's a short. Oh, it's a proper short. Okay, let me just mute the microphone and quickly I'll take a look at it before I play anything on the stream. Well, I won't be playing it on the stream anyway. Not yet. I see now. Okay, I get it. I realise it was from... Is that the original lyrics to the song? They just sound like they're saying big fat tacos so big. Oh my god. It's amazing that I didn't know what that was. Oh crap, I just clicked everywhere. Of course it's ads. Of course it's ads all the way down. I need to make my chat bigger. There it is. Okay, right, back to the game. Brewing is happening. Fish, not so much. Okay, I think we've got our thing set up wrong, haven't we? Let's take a look at the settings quickly, because what I need to do... I need to look up how the baby and child system works. Okay, so... population cap 30. Strict population cap includes births, 220. So what that implies to me is that I saw it and I understand the reference now. I had no idea that it was a song. It's crazy. Is that the original language that it's sung in? It just sounds like Big Fat Tacos, but it's actually some Japanese different stuff. I hope so. I hope so much. Oh, amazing. But quickly, what's going on here? So, population cap 30, strict population cap 220, baby and child cap 220, baby and child cap percentage of total 220. What is this? I feel like this should work, right? Let's see what happens there. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Actually, let's not do that. Let's just put it up to 220. Stay where it is. You don't want to end up with a dwarf fortress with 1,000 dwarves in. That would be madness. Yeah, I think that's good. That's what it was before, though, so we may not end up with any dwarves again. Mind you, we've got no bedrooms yet. That is a thing. How's the dormitory? The dormitory's slowly putting some beds in there. That's fine. Okay, so... We'll sort these out in a bit. It'll be fine. Bricks would actually be pretty useful, to be honest. So maybe collect clay, add new task, collect clay. Just give them all a continuing collect clay order. But I won't make it fully urgent. That would be madness. There we go. And that should see quite a bit of clay being collected. Let's see if the roof has gone on the sheep pen yet. No. It's still top priority. What are they waiting for? Waiting for construction. Okay. Top priority. He said, with nothing happening. That is using DF hack, I think. I'm not quite sure exactly how it works, but you just sort of place stuff normally and it will allow you to do the planning. What's it called? Is it called planning? Building plan, I think, is the one. Yes, building plan. So you go to DFHack and type in building plan. That's the one you want. That is the one that you want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The one that you want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. See, I know Greece. See, they started building it and then they've just seemed to have stopped. Is that because they need to be able to stand in the middle of it to build it and it's just going to stop working again? I feel like I can build a bridge over there, right? I could build a drawbridge that just doesn't open. It's extravagant, though. I'll leave it for a bit longer and hopefully it'll get done. No, it doesn't automatically order the thing. You have to actually make it. So if you don't make it as well as or as place it, it will never get done. You've got to be aware of that. Cognizant. Why are people here? What's going on there? Oh wait, did I put in? I did put in a fucking meeting zone. Go away. Stop meeting in the corridors. Furtive little meters. Come on, road. I don't think they can build this road. I think I might have made a mistake. The first peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I've never tried it. To be fair, it sounds revolting. The combination doesn't sound like it will work at all. I recognise people love it, but I've also tried peanut butter and chocolate spread and found they didn't really combine in a way that you'd like. Someone did just go up there, but I don't know if they were actually building anything. Where is Dishmab? Dishmab's not there anymore. They're on the move. Maybe they're still getting blocks. They can't be, can they? There were so many blocks there already. Fair enough. Okay, people don't actually appear to be picking up this collect clay job, which is a little annoying. But then again, they may also have just abandoned the clay in the pickup point. No. Right, let's make it a bit bigger here. This whole area and this whole area here can also be part of the clay collection zone. Eventually it will need barring over, but only once we've reached caverns. The most popular sandwich in the world? Fuck off. What, above ham or cheese sandwiches? Get out of it. You're insane. Peanut butter and jelly. I refuse to believe it. The bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich? Oh, no. Get out of here. No, but I understand that it's the jam, peanut butter and jam. But if it was actual jelly in a sandwich, that would genuinely
require a straitjacket being made big enough to hold the entire United States. Yeah, there's 350 million odd Americans, but, you know, compared to the total world population, it's not that much. It's a big chunk, but, you know, they by no means make up the majority of the world. Is chocolate spread some sort of chemical reconstruction of soft chocolate? I don't really know what it is. I think because Nutella is actually a sort of chocolate-flavoured hazelnut paste. That's what Nutella is. But you do get chocolate spread. I mean, who eats cheese sandwiches? Okay. It's a very common sandwich. I like a bit of egg mayonnaise from like a catered platter. But if I'm making sandwiches myself, cheese and cucumber, ham and cheese, ham and cucumber, various combinations. I'm just talking about sandwiches. Someone reckons they saw something that said that peanut butter and jelly was the most popular sandwich in the world. Yeah, I know, exactly. She was going to be sick. I don't mind tuna, but I'm not a huge tuna fan. I mean, I'll accept a tuna mayo, bit of sweet corn kind of sandwich, and I'll happily eat it, but it's not top of the list of things that I'll order. Yeah, I heard that about Nutella, because they were eating chocolate spread, but they needed to mix it with something else. And I personally think it was a good idea. Tasty stuff. It's good cheese, good ham, either way. Just regular cheddar is fine for me. I don't mind that. Bit of cheddar cheese. Maybe a bit of salad cream on it. Oh, I love a bit of salad cream on cheddar. Oh. PBJ and grilled cheese. Once you've grilled a sandwich, though, I put that into an entirely separate category of sandwiches. Your grilled, like paninis, grilled sandwiches, like anything made in a press. That is technically a sandwich, yes, but classified separately in my mind. Now, Americans have got normal cheese. They've got proper cheese. It's just that there is also a lot of available, like the burger cheese, the slices and stuff. That's what I always think of as American cheese. But, you know, England is pretty close to France, so it's quite easy to get hold of nice cheese. I mean, they make lovely cheese here. I love a Stilton. Oh, I do like a blue cheese. I'm so fucking hungry. We do. Yeah, caves are good places for aging cheese. Yeah, definitely. It's like grilled sandwiches are sandwiches, but you can't fairly categorize them with non-grilled sandwiches. I mean, also, do we have to put baguettes in a separate category? I don't think so. I think a baguette, although kind of like a roll, could be considered a sandwich. I like Swiss cheese as well. I'm quite an open-minded cheese consumer. I don't think I'd go for that one that's supposed to have the maggots in it. That doesn't seem like I would enjoy it. But oh, is it getting built? They're constructing it. Finally, the lover of golden reason rough. Okay, worry. Doesn't sound good. Thirsty, but we have booze. Not much, I'll admit, but we have booze. We haven't built any of these sodding breweries, though. Come on, can we build a few more breweries? That would be very handy. Thank you. I can't believe we've already got enough work to occupy 30 dwarves. Got a lot of food. It's just not particularly well bundled or barreled. Once the glass gets going, we're good. But of course, that is bottlenecked by yarn. Oh, not magma crabs. Oh, wow, this is deep. Oh, it's not. It's only elevation 11. Oh, that said, that's quite a way down from us. It's not infinitely deep, obviously, but it's quite bad. Canned spray cheese. I've had like a cheesy cracker topping. Cracker in this sense being the sort of a savoury cracker.
not a biscuit, which in my would be like a sweet cracker. Anyway, oh, another caravan's arrived. Oh my god, we've got bugger all stuff. The agreement to establish a guild hall for the Guild of Harvesting has been abandoned. Oh my god, I tried. Okay, the caravan's here. Moody Dwarf also can't find needed item. Jeez, everything's suddenly gone tits up. There we go. A bread or even a focaccia is still a sandwich, in my humble opinion. Yes, okay, well, that's fine. I think we could also include rolls and baps in that. Cool. Powder. Just any? That's very generic. Okay, though. I was that like powder with a big nudge and a wink, or was that powder as in anything that can be ground up into a fine enough powder? Brew drink from fruit, add new task. No, not this one. Add new task, brew drink from plant, repeat. Add new task, brew drink from fruit, repeat. Add new task, brew drink from fruit, repeat. Fruit is the one we really want to be brewing because, I mean, it tends to be the most efficient in my opinion. Also, I am now keeping all the food over here, but it would make more sense to keep it around here somewhere, wouldn't it? Let's pause. No, hang on. Keep the eyes on the prize. It's done! It's been completed. Right, in that case, we can deconstruct the stairs. There, okay, and dig stairs down there. And also there. And you know what? We'll dig them up there. And dig out the space around them. There we go. Now the sheep in the indoor pasture can connect with the sheep on the outdoor pasture. Very good. A banh mi. What's a banh mi? You need 2 separate slices for it to be bread. So a store-bought loaf of sliced bread is a bread sandwich. Technically, yes, I suppose it is. It's a stack of bread sandwiches. I mean, there's the famously, like, there's the student meal, the toast sandwich that is often cited. Which is, you know, it's all right if you need a little bit of extra texture. Just toast one of the slices, the one in the middle, or the 2 on the outside, whatever. It's all good. Very easy. Straightforward. Good for the lazy cook. Okay, so have we got any clay? We have no clay. Got no worn clothing. That's good. And I think what we need is to sort by value. We're not going to sell any of our artifacts or our steel bars. There was a load of crafts. What about clay? If I type in clay, no. No. Merchant ethical restrictions banned by export mandate. Don't tell me I can't find the clay crafts. All right, I'll have to just figure it out. What were they called? It's in this one, isn't it? Amulet, scepter, bracelet, bracelet. Easy peasy. Amulets, scepters, bracelets. Got to be careful with the bracelets. Some of our artifacts are bracelets. There we go. It's not a lot, but it will have to do. It definitely have to do. Okay, the drink, is it going up? I don't know, a little bit. 19, 24. Okay, it does seem to be going up. That's not too bad. They don't seem to be doing a lot with this, though, which is annoying. I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't have to lean on surface crops too much, but lean we must, apparently. Okay, shear animal, and this one, add new task. Spin thread. Repeat. Shear animal, all good. Oh, now we can put the drawbridge in, can't we? So deconstruct that and put a drawbridge in. It'd be lovely. I don't like the idea of a bread sandwich. It's not just the boring flavourless of it. I don't like the mixed crunch and soft. Yeah, I mean, it's not something I'd go for myself, but it's something I've definitely heard of. Definitely heard of it. It seems a bit... I mean, if you just make 3 slices of toast, that's what I think. Just make yourself 3 slices of toast. You're all good. No need to get overcomplicated with something so simple. Let's make some andesite blocks for that. And then we need to put our entry levers in, which I'm going to put... Where is a good place for them? Probably somewhere around. Do I make a lever room here near the bedrooms, or make a lever room? I'm going to make a lever room. Coming off the back of the stairway here. There we go. It's not going to be the most easily read lever room, but it will be there. It will be there. A barmy, not sure how it's spelled, is a Vietnamese roll employing a hollowed out baguette with carrot, chunky pork or chicken pieces, soy sauce, coriander and chilies. That does sound very nice. I could definitely... Oh, man, I'm so hungry. English muffin is so much better than toast. I don't know why, but it just catches butter, jam or peanut butter really well. Ironically, English muffins are not something you really have in England. A muffin is a cake. I think Americans would probably call them cupcakes, but they're kind of a specific type, the one with the sort of bloomed top over the edge. There's people that grab a cheap bag of ramen and just mix the powder and eat it raw. Oh my goodness, madness. It's probably an English origin. What blew my mind, I was watching, I sometimes watch a channel called The Townsends, which is like a historical reenactment channel from America, and they focus on food from the 1800s and 1700s. And the guy was talking about pork pies like they're the most exotic fucking thing in the world. I was like, can you imagine a pie with pork in? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I've literally got one in the fridge. It's strange to know what has and hasn't, sort of like what is and isn't a thing in different places. Like food is so... one of the few things that is really different in different places. In Australia, English muffins are a thing. Oh, I didn't know that. Chicken pot pies. I haven't had a ton of meat pies. Meat pies are really quite common in the UK, like to the point where you can buy like individual pies for just you to eat. Like they're quite nice. There's a brand called Pucker, which is usually in like the chip shops. I like minced beef and onion pies if you're going for like a chip shop pie, but if it's a proper like hard crust big pie, I'd probably want to go with something a bit different. Ooh, what would I have? I do like chicken actually, so chicken pot pie or chicken and broccoli maybe. I like that. It's quite nice. We do have fruit pies, like apple pie. But again, I prefer a crumble. If it's going to be fruit, if it's going to be a sweet thing, give me a crumble rather than a pie. Okay, I didn't know. I know, like, because like there's an area called Melton Mowbray, which is like pork pies there are like a protected like thing. It's like Champagne or Stilton. Or I don't know, I can't think of any other, you know, where a region produces a particular type of food and they're the ones who are legally allowed to call it that thing. In the North and South debate about this, pumpkin or sweet potato pie? See, I've had pumpkin pie and I quite liked it, but I've never had sweet potato pie. But I'm not a fan of sweet potatoes. I like savoury potatoes, but I will eat sweet potatoes, but I definitely prefer the regulars. I say regulars. Oh, I do love shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pie is nice. I love a shepherd's pie. Although for a favourite home-cooked meal, it's chili, beef chili with rice. I love it. Oh, I love that. Oh, delicious. But shepherd's pie, I will not complain. Definitely not going to complain about getting a shepherd's pie. I say getting. I actually do most of the cooking, so I don't really make shepherd's pie very often. Maybe I will. I don't know what we're having for dinner tonight, to be honest. Let's get the broker in. I think they've brought all of our stuff for trade up, which is going to be good. Hello? You coming? He's currently drinking. Oh, not this again. What is it with brokers? Oh, here he is. He's on his way. It's all good. No need to panic. Well, shepherd's pie has lamb, and a cottage pie, I think, is beef, maybe? I'm not sure. But they're both topped with mashed potato topping and grilled. They're not technically a pie as such. They don't have like a side crust, but they call it a shepherd's pie. Like a fisherman's pie or whatever, you know. I am drooling, actually. I'm so hungry. Let me just put all these on the table. That's 130 trade value. What have they brought? Anything interesting? Well, we're not buying silty clay that we can just pull out of the ground. My God. That would be madness. They brought any interesting animals? Doesn't look like it. Is there anything here worth trading for? Plump helmet spawn. Pigtail seeds. That's worth 50. We'll buy a bag of pigtail seeds. And I think we're good. Let's do it. Trade. Good stuff. I like shepherd's pie. You just throw any kind of potato in it. Leftover home fries. I've never even considered doing that. Is that... Oh. I suppose you could make mashed potato with leftover chips, but I prefer to start from scratch with potatoes. Always do shepherd's pie with beef. Yeah, that's a cottage pie. Because a shepherd's pie has lamb in it. That's why it's called a shepherd's pie. Tomato shepherd's pie. Ooh. Seems weird. I don't know if that would go. I suppose you could do like a chili with lamb mince and then just put mashed potato on top and there you go. Tomato-y shepherd's pie-ish. Spicy pie. Okay, so that's all good, that's all good. This needs connecting to the lever that we built, doesn't it? He says. We did build it, didn't we? We did. Link the lever, and so we want to link that and also that. There we go, and they both need to be done pretty urgently so we can seal the fortress up in times of need. Yeah, I'm open to variation on a chili. I don't mind it smooth or chunky either way, but yeah, some foods do have a texture. I, as a kid, was never allowed to not eat my dinner, so I don't really have any lasting food no-nos because it was never allowed in my house. But I do love it. I do love eating all sorts of stuff. I'm quite a varied eater. Well, I would, I try. Give anything. Most things a crack. Anything is probably a bit of a bit of an ask. Some people insist it's not chili if it has beans in it, though. What? No kidney beans. I would say it's not a chili. It's just sort of mince. Just minced meat. Not actual chili, but kidney beans are a vital part. I don't like to put peppers. Oh, someone's going to start raving mad. Oh, their mood didn't work. Oh, bugger. I didn't keep on it long enough. And we've got a sheep that's starving or drowsy. Okay. That was unexpected. Deerfacker sign. Grazers only. Roaming. There we go. Cool. good stuff, I think. Now, we've got to deal with this stark raving mad miner. I don't know where they've gone. I'm assuming they're going to be one of the saddest ones, right? This one? Oh, apparently they've got out of their mood. Huh. Okay. Oh, I do like spicy food. Not too spicy. I mean, I like spicy food, like jalapeno, habanero, Scotch bonnet level. But once you start getting into the novelty heat range, I'm not so keen. I'm willing to leave it as is. I just realised I've got a little set of breadsticks here and some cream cheese to dip it in. Lovely. Yeah, I would be happier if we were like not just topping up to 30 every time and we could actually have some babies. But apparently that's not actually on the table. I need to unpause for things to advance. Mmm. I just realised I've only got 10 minutes before I've got to do the school run. I need to find a satisfying conclusion to this session. Okay, lots of clay's been collected. That's good. Nothing's happened with the magma glass furnaces, which I'm sorely disappointed by, but that was kind of bottleneck behind yarn, which I must say we've solved. And yarn is now a commodity in the fortress. We've got loads. Although it does need to be taken to the loom, which is currently in this hall of workshops. Lots of pigtail cloth, lots of sheep wool cloth. That's good. It means I can put in an order. Oh, I don't have a textiles thing, do I? I could do it here. I could put a textiles workshop here that just makes yarn bags as we run out. We'll deal with it next time. I'm going to go and look for somebody to raid. Bear with me. It's going to Twitch. Excuse my crunching. So, looking at the people I'm following. Interesting. What have we got going on here? Anyone? Haz is playing Dwarf Fortress. That's an easy raid. Let's just check the category, make sure there's not anyone. There's a couple of one, but I think we'll go with Haz because we've raided Haz before. Let's do it. /raid HAZHAZA. That seems right. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for watching, he says, going to the wrong. There we go. It's been a pleasure streaming for you. Hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow with some more Dwarf Fortress. That's the plan for me anyway. We'll see what happens for you. Bye for now. Bye.